Hello, hello.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to CrowCast episode 34. Joining us very shortly is the wonderful Mr. Bob Richards, drummer extraordinaire. Can't wait to see him. Hope everyone's feeling good. Thank you for joining us again. How are you, bud?
Oh, not bad, man. Really quick week this week, but saying that, I think we stayed up most of it, so
I know.
it's incredible,
man. It's just this. Well, I when I look back, I just think about 7 o'clock. I think was the latest. I went to bed in the morning watching the election.
Yes, I remember that one. I left you around 4-5 o'clock in the morning, and we were still watching the results flowing in. I think actually we were going to go to bed, and then it was the case of, there might be another one through now. Well, we may as well stay up a little bit longer. And I think that was 5 when my eyes started rolling, and I was like, I'm done by you. But yeah, fair play to you. When I woke up in the morning, 7 o'clock, another bottle finished, and
I know.
Another bottle finished, and it was like, where are you, you lightweights?
It was amazing though, wasn't it?
It's incredible, man. And I think, like, what was mad about that was myself, you and Mikey, we were obsessed with it for days. And it would be where one would drop the ball, the other one would fill in, like, you know. So like you went to bed at 7, and then it's like almost an instant update between myself or Mikey, you. So you always knew what was going on. But I know a lot of people be looking at this now and going, well, what was the point? You know, you wasted your time. It was nothing to do with you. I found it so intriguing, mate. It was just like, you know, it was like, wow. So, you know, we can get into it with the boys after if you want. And
100%. But we had better coverage on Sky News. That's three, didn't we?
It was incredible. We had it all covered. Let me pull that out there. We had it covered. We had CNN on the go. There was a bit of Fox on my laptop. You and Mikey had Sky and BBC on the go. So anything breaking, literally, we should have. Now I look back, but we should have done one of these. We should have done like a live. The only thing is, you don't know if you get persecuted for saying the wrong thing, innit? You don't know who, you know. It's quite a delicate matter, mate. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, and not a lot of the world were kind of looking upon it and seeing some of it as a bit of a joke, which is wrong. And even a lot of Americans would as well. Like, you know, it was ridiculous. So, but there we are. Apparently, there's an elected president. But somebody is saying that they've still won. They're still following his tweets right up to today, going, "We've won. So yeah, I can't wait. We maybe ask the boys about that after, if any of them got 100%. Into it or obsessed about it as much as us. And I think you got stuck into the Trump world, didn't you? On a couple of suggestions. Trump world on BBC.
Yeah, you kind of well, after you recommended it, there was 3 episodes on BBC. Just fascinating. Just like, how is this guy got into power? And then when he got that power, he basically got rid of everybody that, you know, helped him be in that position. And it's just insane. The man took off. There wasn't a board of committee, so to speak. It was just Trump's way of doing things, and insane.
And still rolling as well, mate, apparently, whether it's fake news. But yeah, there was a lot of people. I think he sacked somebody else, new Secretary of State or something. I can't remember. I've kind of tried to switch off it, man. It was kind of taking taking over, when it, like, it was just like, wow. It is, man.
It looks like someone's nicked your drum kit.
What is going on? What is going on? I don't know. It is gone. Good. I don't know if anybody's mentioned it. Yeah. That's gone a minute, but all should be revealed. Where is it gone? Like, you know, maybe that'll be another segue or another feature in the future. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? The electric kit's still there, buddy.
Where is his drums? Where are his drums?
Yeah. Well, I actually I didn't have the time because obviously it's been a busy week as well. There is a lot going on. We've just come out of lockdown, which is great. Not so great for the rest of the country. I know that. So we're all at different levels and tiers and everything, but we're officially out of lockdown. So I've done a bit of Christmas shopping. All the rest I'm going to do on online. And yeah, the drums have disappeared. I don't know where they've gone, Shane. I don't know.
I have no idea. But if anybody knows where they are, let us know.
Yes. How about you, buddy? Before we move on.
Yeah, man, I'm good. Spent a lot of time with you, really. So anyway, let's not talk about that. We'll talk about that another time.
Cool. Nearly.
I just don't want to spill the beans when we don't have to. But okay, let's do some birthdays and shout outs because there's quite a few tonight.
Oof.
We shall start off with this. Can you please wish my hubby, Steve Parrish, a happy birthday for November the 16th? He watches CrowCast every week and loves the band, so it would mean a lot to him. Happy birthday, Steve.
Happy birthday, Steve.
His wife, Angie, then goes on to say, may I also congratulate you on being there for all your fans. You are a credit to live music. Thank you so much, Angie. That's lovely. We've got Stuart Charles. Happy birthday, Stuart Charles. It was his birthday yesterday. Your son, Jack, got in touch and asked, could we give you a shout out? And of course, when Jack says something, we got to do it. Simple as. Happy birthday, bud. Hope you had a good day. We also had a birthday yesterday for John Elliott. Happy birthday, John. Hope you had a good day. Victoria Anderson. Good afternoon, Shane. Could you include my friend Charlotte in the birthday shout outs in CrowCast? It's her birthday on Wednesday, the 11th. And she's been my bestie for over 35 years. And she's also my gig buddy. So this year has been really hard. Yes, I understand that. Good friend there, Charlotte. Happy birthday, lovely.
Happy birthday.
Sarah Nunez. I hope I said that right. It's her birthday on Saturday. She says, I love this. She's been a CrowCaster. I like that. A CrowCaster.
It's catching on, dude. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
She says, I've been a CrowCaster from the start. Thank you, Crows, for keeping me company throughout the whole thing. Happy birthday, Sarah. Carol Jenkinson would love a shout out for her birthday. It was Saturday just gone. She said it was a bit rubbish, but she was also celebrating 40 years in the NHS. That's incredible.
Well done. That's amazing. Incredible.
Incredible. Congratulations, Carol. That is some feat. Well done.
Wow.
Evelyn Barr. I would be so chuffed to get a shout out. My birthday is on Thursday. Happy birthday, Evelyn, for Thursday.
Happy birthday.
She's a rocker, she is.
Yes.
Deborah Hutchison got in touch to ask if he could wish her husband, Paul, a happy birthday, who turned 50 today. She said they'll both be watching tonight, and to keep up what we're doing, you guys are great. Thank you so much, guys. Happy birthday, Paul.
Happy birthday.
So that's all the birthdays.
Use the shout outs.
Here's the shout outs. Unless you want to do them a little bit later.
Nah, crack on. We can
on.
Do it.
All right.
Yes.
We've got Jane Smith. Hi, Shane. Can I have a shout out on CrowCast, please, for Colin Balfour? She had another motorcycle accident on Saturday. She's hurt her shoulder and her arm, probably ligament and tendon damage. So no more riding for her now until next year. But anyway, she said, my lovely other half has been amazing collecting car and trailer to collect the bike. Those damn crows in the car going to hospital with me, making dinner, even cutting it up for me. So I want to say a big thank you. He is in the Crow family now. Convert a Crow was a success. She's okay. She said she's sore, but but he has helped no end. He deserves a shout out. He's the best thing to come out of this year. Well done, Colin. Look after Jane. Hope you're better soon, Jane.
Amazing.
Harriet Breeze. Hi, Shane. Please, can you do a shout out tonight for my daughter, Jamie? After a horrendous year, we have found out we are going to be grandparents again to a little girl due in February. A sister to little Flossie. My daughter, Jamie, is a Crow fan too, and we are all so happy. We want to shout it from the rooftops and would love to share it with the rest of the Crow family. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Congratulations, Jamie. Incredible news. Thank you for sharing that with us. And last one, we got Jack Skinner. Hey, guys, hope you're all good. Could I possibly get a shout out for my two beautiful girls, Ella and Izzy, for working so hard on their college courses from home in such frustrating and difficult times? They are embracing the changes on a daily basis and is so proud of them. Thanks so much. Stay safe. Much love. Well done, guys. Ella and Izzy, congratulations.
Well done.
Thanks for getting in touch, Jax. That's all the birthdays and shout outs.
Outstanding. Outstanding. While you get your breath back, have a quick swig. Hey, on brand tonight, son. On brand.
Yeah. Huh? We're going to get these from, Ron.
Oof. www.bigcartel.com/those damn crows. That's right. You can get your CrowCast mug as well. Should we have a guest?
Yes. Why not? Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Mr. Bob Richards.
Evening all.
Hey, Bobbo.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Chink, chink, chink.
Ching, 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 ching.
How you doing, Bob?
Not bad. I've been to rehearsal tonight. As I told you earlier, we should have rehearsed tonight, and I totally forgot about it. So I said to the boys, let's do it a bit earlier. So we're all at Marco's house, and I said, I got to leave by 8. I need to be in the house by, 9:45, 10 to 9. So it was like bombing down, got in, got the old JD.
Yes.
So,
Is that the first one, Bob, or
first one tonight, aye.
Wow. Is that literally the first one since like February, March, or?
Well, do you know what? Earlier on in the year, I shouldn't say it really, but I went through a bottle a week. Yeah, you do as well, do you?
Yeah.
It's so addictive, and having it neat as well, whether it'll be Jack Daniel's honey or the Red Stag. Ooh. As well.
Ooh.
And put the telly on and crack the chair out, and it's like man, it's going down like
yeah.
And then I just said to the wife, I said I need to give it a rest. Bottle a week's no good.
It's not bad. And I got
on to the beer now, but I just got to stop that.
Yeah.
You have your dinner and you think, I want to drink, I'll have a beer. So I get these bottles of Tuborg from the local garage, and they just absolutely beautiful. European beer, there's no stuff in it, so it doesn't give you a headache, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Full top as well, so it's just beautiful.
Oh,
I don't drink a lot normally. It's the first drink I've had in ages.
So what did you say? Red Bull? Red Stag?
No. Red Stag. Have you tried Red Stag?
No.
By Jim Beam? Oh, man, that is unreal. It's like a black cherry flavored bourbon.
Oh.
It's phenomenal. Honest to God, it's phenomenal.
Oh, that sounds good. I've been the same, bud. I've been drinking Jack Daniel's honey.
Oh, that's mega, that is. But
the Applejack.
Yeah, about that as well. Yeah.
I love them neat. And then normal Jack, and then Southern Comfort, but I had a couple of
Southern Comfort though, boys. I used to drink that years ago, and it's a bit sweet for me now. So
yeah,
it's bourbon. I don't like Scotch either. I don't like the single malt Scotch. It's bourbon.
Yeah.
Although I don't mind a bit of Jameson's Irish whiskey. That's all right. Yeah.
Beautiful, love it. But I'm gonna try that Red Stag.
Hey Ronnie, do you like any bourbon, but or what?
Love it, mate. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
What's your favorite then?
I don't mind just a plain old Jack, mate. Just straight JD. I've tried the apple one and the cinnamon fire, whatever it's called.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's a little bit harsh. Lockdown's got me. You're kind of getting into everything, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm the same as you. I started importing Belgian beer. That was the beginning of lockdown for me. So Jupla. Yeah, crate of Jupla beer was coming over. Because like you say, you don't get an headache. So, and then me and Shane were finishing these, or we were doing like band meetings online. And then a bottle of whiskey later, or red wine, or that's been my dabble lately. So I
need to come up, but we'll finish a bottle off.
Oh, honestly, but we'll set that up. Honestly, that's well. Now we're not in lockdown. We'll have to merge houses.
Yeah. Maybe. Do you know when you played Bon Harmony?
Yeah.
The Rock Last. I played it twice with man.
Wow.
Yeah, twice, years and years ago. And I was thinking, as you come off the stage, you step down, don't you? And then you go like across the courtyard.
Yes.
And then I wonder if the dressing room was the same. Up the steps, across the side.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he was going back up there.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
It probably hasn't changed, but they were absolutely incredible, mate. I don't know what it was like for you. So
yeah, it was Ram, but they weren't sitting down for us, obviously, because of the nonsense now. But
Well, that's the thing. I've seen some of the videos lately. I think Chris Barras put one up the other day of pre-lockdown, and it looked fucking epic, man. Probably the same when you played there, like,
Yeah, it was. It was jammed, and I don't know what it holds. About 600, is it? Push. I don't know.
Yeah,
6?
Yeah, 6.
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm hoping they seem to like us. We came across as characters because obviously we got straight on the sauce with them on the Friday night. Only had a couple of mind, but I've had a couple of steins with them.
And of course, Germany is the best beer in the world, isn't it? Let's be honest.
What were we drinking, Shane? Kolsch?
Kolsch, yeah. And the mad thing is, right, Shiner, our guitarist, he don't drink nothing but vodka.
Yeah.
But even he was like, this beer is incredible. And he was knocking them back.
I know. European beer is brilliant. When we were in Prague with Buck and Evans, we had like 4 days out there, but we only had 1 day of a gig. So Yamaha was looking after us. So they'd taken us out and stuff, and the beer was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't stop drinking it. Just beautiful. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I love how the gigs have taken a back step, and it's about the beer.
The thing is, Bob, when we got there the first night, obviously we had to go in and they were explaining the rules and stuff like that. Then they sat us down, and then these round of drinks came, and like 3-4 rounds later, we're looking over and we're laughing, and obviously the beer's kicking in, but it still tastes like shandy at that point. It's going down. And then we look at each other and Shane goes, look, this is going to get dangerous. We got a fucking important gig tomorrow. Like, we still got a gig. And I'm like, you're right, but you're right. We're going to have to make a move now. And as we look across, our fucking driver's there, German driver called Newt. And he's going, I got you another drink. And another round came in, but he's fucking just as ruined, like, different culture, incredible experience, mate. It was fucking awesome. Like,
yeah, they're lovely people out there, and the architecture in the country is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I went out there first in the 90s, I think, and then twice a year, sometimes for 10, 12 years, festivals and tours and stuff, and the people were fabulous. The scenery was stunning, like driving through Switzerland, like looking out the window of the van, seeing these beautiful mountains, and just wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow. It's just phenomenal.
Well, we were hoping to drive over there to save a bit of money, to be honest. But and I know that sounds mad, but the flights were ridiculous. And that was the only way we could get in the end, because it was so like a needle, it was just everything was coming on top of us. We're surprised we even did it. Like when we were sitting there having a pint on a Friday night, we were like, wow, we're here. And because right up until the end, when Shane, it was the case of last minute testing. Is there any going to be shenanigans on the border? Is there going to, you know what I mean? Just right down to the last wicket. But I'd love to do that, Bob, like literally, do all the long drive in and.
Yeah. I mean, we did a festival in Germany, and I remember being picked up in the house, driving through the night, actually get into the gig. We got to the gig, we were just about to set up, and there was something dodgy about it. I remember Martin saying, I don't think he's going to pay us. We're not going on. So we didn't go on. So we went back to the hotel, got up in the morning, drove home. Drove to Germany, didn't play, drove home. Oh yeah. I mean,
wow.
I can't remember exactly why, but I think he had a bad feeling about it. But I've been out there so many times with Man back in the day, and I remember just sitting in there on the settee with all my bags packed, just waiting for the sound of the old Merc pulling up the hill outside. And I'd say to my missus, "I'll see you in 5-6 weeks." I was like, and then you sit in the Merc, and then 10 hours later, what time is it? 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is, and you're just trudging through Belgium. And I mean, once we had to go all the way over to the Czech border, we got there 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I think, and then we had a gig that night. And after that, we had to pack down immediately, and we had to go overnight back to Hamburg, all the way up through. And we got outside the hotel at 10:30 the next morning, and it was horrible. And we got into the hotel. We had breakfast about 11 o'clock in the morning. I remember we were all sat around the table, And when I get so tired, I just start giggling and just losing it. And George, Mickey's boy, George Jones, he said, he's gone. He's lost it. He's gone. And I was just giggling. I was just a mess. just a mess. And we had to have a few hours kip and then back down to the Downtown Blues Club in Hamburg and set up, do the sound check. And of course, the host is always there. If we ever played, he'd be there, bottle of champagne, and there's like a restaurant next door, and he'd look after you. It's wonderful. So then it's like, it's no sleep. You know what I mean? Well, you I mean, it's like, I think I went to bed about 6 o'clock the next morning. It's just like, oh, you got to calm down after a while. You know what I mean?
We met a tour manager back in January. Jump in if you remember his name, Shane. I'm struggling by you, but he kind of pre-warned us of when we go out to Europe how better we will be treated.
Oh, hey, incredible! But I mean, you go into your dressing room, you pull up at the gig, go straight in the dressing room for a coffee, and the table is full of stuff.
Yeah.
Chocolates, rolls, everything's there, and it's like even the whiskey's out. It's like, well, hang on, it's 3 o'clock. Oh, hang on, I'll have a roll in it. I'll have a chocolate. Oh, I'll have a, she'll have a shot. No, I won't. And it's like afterwards they take you out for a meal. Yeah, and then when we come back to this country, we go and do a gig up north or something. It's like, oh, there's a packet of crisps and a pint for you boys.
Yeah. And the crisps are like the last bag that have been recycled for about 18 gigs and nobody wants to fucking eat. Like, do you know what I mean?
An onion as well.
It was Bobo, it was, Ron.
Bobo. That's it. Yeah. So we're doing the Monster Magnet, and he kind of just prepped us. He said, "What's next for you guys?" And we said, obviously, we're going to be dabbling in Europe. We had stuff planned and stuff. And he was just like, you will see such a difference. I mean, we, in this band, we only went to Ibiza, didn't we, before this? So Europe was the next territory to start, start your run on the ladder, like, and we were excited about that. So at least we managed to get over there in some shape and kind of take it in. I know it's a different world at the moment, but they really did live up to it. Like you said, you walk in, a buffet, full buffet. There's fucking wine everywhere. There was fridges full of beer. And the worst thing is you think, oh, well, we won't, you're a bit polite, like another band there. Oh, we won't drink all the beer. We'll leave them some. But as you're emptying the fridge, they're refilling it.
Yeah, man, it's phenomenal.
Oh, here we go.
It's phenomenal. I mean, we came home, we were driving to the hotel from one gig. It must have been 2 o'clock in the morning. We got pulled over by the cops, armed cops, in the middle of the night on some stretch of road in the van. And of course, you have a drink. What do they bloody want now? Shut up. Shh. These armed German cops at 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, God. Shh. Shut up. Let me shut up. Oh, man. Oh, I tell you what.
So who was the worst then, Bob, out of all the bands you've been in?
Who's the what?
Name and shame them. Who was the worst at sort of getting to States or drinking or?
That's a good question.
Were you one of them?
Only once or twice, because you get to. I remember we did this place called, was it called Charlie's in Oldenburg? And they say, any drink you want behind the bar, just have it. So we do the gig. It's like, oh yeah, Jack Daniels and Coke, please. Jack Daniels and Coke, please. Jack Daniels, and then get back to the hotel, and I'd stick on. I put what did I put on? Tagadella Nights. Right, so lying on my bed, head spinning, eyes like this, laughing my head off, right? Absolutely pissing my pants, and then I'm like, "Oh my God, the room's spinning!" Oh, off I go. So it's like, I remember the next morning I couldn't hardly hold my head up. It's horrendous. So you need a break from that, and it's when they give you free drinks.
Yeah.
And when it goes going down, it's all right, it's great, and you feel fine. Get back in the van, go back to the hotel. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get back to the hotel 2 or 3 in the morning. Is the bar open? You know what it's like. Then you go in the bar.
Yeah.
6 o'clock, boys. Better go to you know Roy. Yeah, of course you know Roy.
Yes. Yeah.
We went to Norway. God, it was years ago, but it was in their summer when it didn't go dark. Right.
Yeah.
And we did a festival outside, and it was 11:15 at night, and I had my shades on. It was nuts. And then we went to a barbecue, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. It just didn't go dark, and I got photographs at midnight over this lake. We were all of us over this lake, and it was just like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And like I remember me and Roy sat on the balcony of this hotel, and we were drinking bud, and the sun didn't go down. I remember saying to him, "Do you know what? If we had our Harley Davidsons out here, we could just ride all day, and it never got dark."
Yeah,
he said, "Oh yeah, that'd be awesome." But it's like, 6 o'clock in the morning now, and it's still light. I don't know. Do you think we should go to sleep? I don't know. It's like, it was bonkers. But on the flip side, in the winter, it's black all the time, and that must be horrendous.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Horrendous. So no, I wouldn't want to ride my Harley Davidson in pitch black 24 hours a day. No.
Yeah, it's depressing, isn't it? You wake up, it's dark. You go to bed, it's dark. Yeah, it's bad enough living in Wales like that, man.
I know. It's like, really?
Clocks go back. Everyone's like, "Oh, fucking hell!" It was only a week.
I know, man.
It was only a week. Like, I bet he must have been a character to be in a band with. Oh, Roy, like,
Roy was great. Yeah. I mean, it was a great band, Shy, and we did quite a few gigs. We did some festivals in Spain, Germany, and stuff. And we did, how many albums did I do with them? I think it must have been about 3 or 4 albums or something with them. I think I joined him in about 2000, 2001, just when I picked up the Cozy Powell kit I had. So I used the Cozy Powell kit on the first album I did with him.
Wow.
You know, so Unfinished Business is called. So if you get that or listen to that, that's Cozy's kit on there.
Wow.
And the next album I used his kit as well. And then I used his kit on the Celtic Pride album. I just wanted to get it down on, on tape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how did you come across that then? So how did you end up getting it?
I know we zipping back and forth, but that's cool. I've always been a massive fan of Cozy since '79, and I just watched the Rainbow videos on the TV, and I was like, "Hey, this is a great band," and I brought Down to Earth. Since you've been gone and all night long and stuff. And then we went to Cardiff. I was 14, 15 years old, I think. I can't remember. 15. Cardiff, Sophia Gardens. And I still got the ticket stub. It was March the 5th, 1980. And I remember buying the sweatshirt, and I still got it, and it actually still fits. Scarves and all that stuff in the program. And being like this. Oh, my God. And seeing that kit on stage was phenomenal. The sound was phenomenal, and just seeing these legends. And then I went to Donington, the first Donington in 1980. And I just thought, wow, I want to play here one day. It took me 36 years to do it, but still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I've been a Powell fan since then. And I think it was in 2000, a friend of mine rang me and he said, "I've got this leaflet from a drum shop in Reading, and they're selling Cozy Powell's Yamaha kit." And I was like, "Oh no, I've just bought a car. Oh God." So hang on, what happened? Are you still there?
Yeah, still here. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It just disappeared off my Mac. Remind me later.
All right, we're still here.
Hang on, so I'll just try and get back up. So it disappeared. Why has it disappeared off my Mac? That's bonkers. You're on my phone anyway, now.
The funeral industry has been ripping off the public.
Why? What's going on? Are you there on my phone?
I don't know.
Are you there, boys?
Yeah, we hear.
We can still hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. You're clear. You're coming through. Still coming through the Mac. Nice.
I don't know what's going on.
Check your
Suddenly wanted to put in Adobe Flash Player.
All right.
And I don't know why. You disappeared. Are you there?
Yeah,
yes.
You're looking nice and clear. You are.
Okay, well, yeah, but you've gone from the screen. I don't know why. There you are. You're back.
Okay. There we go. Back in the game.
Back in the room. Back in the room.
So
you bought a car?
Yeah, the car. So I bought this car, and then I met my mate, and he said, "There it is." There was a photograph of the kit set up, and then I said, "Oh shit, man, Yamaha stainless steel." So I rang the shop the next morning. And he said, "Yeah, we got this kit. We sell it on behalf of a customer, but we don't know too much about it, So we're waiting for verification from Japan." And I said, "Well, how much do you want for it?" "We don't know." "Oh, okay, right." So a week later, I rang again. "No, well, we still don't know anything about it." And I kept ringing, and I was going up to see Iron Maiden, right, in Earl's Court in 2000. And I stopped I stopped over because I used to play with Adrian Smith, so
yes,
I went as one of his guests, and I met up with Doogie White, who was in Rainbow after a while, and I ended up crashing in his place on the set, and I got up early and drove to Reading to go to the drum shop, and I said I'd come to see the kit. He said, "Oh, come on then." So I went upstairs, and there it was, just stacked up. And I thought, bloody hell. And I said, "Well, how much do you want for it?" He said, "Well, we don't know." I said, "Well," he said, "Make me an offer." So I made him an offer. I don't know what it was. It's just like, and he rang the boss. He said, "Well, he's given us this offer." And he said, "Go on then." And I went, "What?" So I said, "There's my card. Give it a bash in." So I was just shaking, thinking, "Oh my God, I got this kit. So I was driving home in the car with it. You know what I mean? And I got it home, and I remember taking the rack tom out. It's 15 by 12, mine, Ron, right? Rack tom. 15 by 12. With the hoops were spun steel. They weren't triple flange or cast. They were spun steel. So weighed a ton. And I remember showing my wife, and I said, "Look at this." And she was like,
yes. I know that look, yeah.
And, you know, so while being in the band Man, our driver stroke tour manager was a guy called Peter Williams. Peter had been in the business for donkey's years, and he used to work for Paul Rogers, and he was Motorhead's tour manager for a while and stuff like that. And he said to me, "There's a guy who lives in Pontedown. He used to be Cozy's drum tech, Ashley Williams." Now, Ashley used to work for Whitesnake, Rainbow, all these bands. I rang Ashley, and he was great on the phone. I said, "I got this Chrome Yamaha kit." "Right," he said. And I said, and he said, "Well, just pop down, bring it down." So I took one of the tom-toms down and went in and met him, and he said, "It looks really clean, really new." And I was like, aye. And then he said to me, "Well, I got some photographs upstairs." So he went upstairs and dug out these personal photographs that he had, right? He took a Cozy from the back. And now the tom I took down, on the badge, it had a red number 1 on it. Now, if you got Ronnie know this, you've got two 15-inch rack toms.
Yeah.
One's tuned higher than the next one, right? So as a tech, you'd write number 1 on the first tom. So when you put it on the bass drum mount, you know it's your first tom, it's higher pitch. So I said to Ashley, I said, "Now that designates the first rack tom." And he was looking like this, and this was like 20 odd years later, and he said to his wife, he said, "Sue, I used to carry a red marker, didn't I, in my box?" She said, "Yes, love." "Oh, it's looking promising now." So he came down with these photographs, and it was a great photo he took from the back with Cozy grinning at him, and you could see the red number 1 on the first rack tom.
Fucking hell.
And he went, "Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot," he said. And because I was such a nerd with drums, right? I studied all these pictures of his drum kits, and I knew that there was a different kit, because when he was in Whitesnake and the slided in stuff came out, I looked at the kit and I went, "He's got 2 badges on the toms. They had different wing nuts on the tom mounts, and those bass drum spurs are different." So I knew all this.
Yeah.
But actually, went over his head.
Yeah.
And he said, "You know more about his drums than I do." And I did. It's bizarre, you know. And I tell you a funny story. We became great friends. He used to come and see us all the time, you know, with Man and whatever bands and stuff. And we were lucky enough to play the Return of the Dragon in, what was it? Was it Return of the Dragon in CIA in Cardiff Arena? In 2000, Return of the Dragon or something. Where it was Budgie, Man, Sassafras, Kim Lataz and stuff like that. So I thought, I know what kit I'm going to take down there. Awesome. Awesome. I loaded in the back of the car, and I remember driving into the arena in the car with the kit in the back. And you probably don't remember a guy called Kim Ryan, do you? You might have heard the name. He was a hell of a character, great singer, great character. And he was stage manager for the day. And he came on, he was like, "Richards, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, I got Cozy's kit, Kim, and I want a rolling riser for it." "No, you're not having a rolling riser for it." I said, "Yeah, I want a rolling riser for it. It's massive, honestly." "No, you're not having a rolling." So anyway, we ended up having a rolling riser on this massive Yamaha kit, you know. So anyway, we did the gig now. So I went backstage. Ashley was there. He was invited, right? So he came down. So I remember coming back. I thought I better go and pack it down now. So I was coming up to the back of the stage. The curtains were drawn. Ashley had taken it to bits. right? He'd taken the kit apart, and he'd had a few pints. And of course, I wound him up. I said, "Oi, what are you doing? You don't know anything about those drums. What are you trying to do?" That he was the drum tech on that kit, Slide It In tour and all the other tours, and I mean, even did Rock in Rio, 100,000 people with it. So I remember saying to him, "What are you doing? Put it down. You don't know what you're doing." And he was laughing. Oh, lovely, lovely bloke.
So how many times have you played that kit on a show?
Oh, I played it in the CIA. I played in the Patty Pavilion a few times. I played it in the Royal Albert Hall. Of course, when we were doing the Albert Hall, I said, I've got to take the Yamaha.
Yeah.
And the guys we had doing the sound were the old sound guys for the Man Band back in the day, who then went on to work with Tina Turner and Clapton. So they came and did the sound. And the PA was hanging in the middle of the Albert Hall. It was like a big tube. It was phenomenal. And I remember that there was Rob and the guys were miking it up, and we did the sound check. God, the sound was just nuts in there with this massive rig and this massive kit. It was like cannons going off. I'll never forget it. And now and again, you'd look up and go, shit, I'm in the Albert Hall. And then after a while, you go, I could be anywhere. Got my head down and I'm just going for it. Could be anywhere. Like the next day, I could have been playing in a pub up the Rhondda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just bizarre. So when did I play it last in a live gig? Oh, the Cozy Bash.
Yeah.
That's right. The Cozy Bash, which you did.
Yes,
did a great job of. And thank you for coming and doing it.
Brother, thank you so much for the invite, man. I mean, I felt so, I don't know, some of the musicians on that stage were incredible what they've done, as well as yourself.
Yeah, but it was a box ticking thing for me, but let me tell you, because when I had the idea to do this, I thought, I want to play with these guys because these are the guys I grew up watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I picked the set. I mean, we had the second one this year, but the first one, I picked the set. I picked the order, and I wanted these guys in there. So of course I had to rehearse with them. So I did many rehearsals with Tony Martin from Sabbath, who was fantastic. So for me, as a fan of these bands growing up, watching Cozy playing in Sabbath and Whitesnake and Rainbow and all that, for me to be playing with some of these guys on Cozy's kit was just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely mind-blowing. I remember we were doing Walking in the Shadow of the Blues, and I looked to my left. There's Neil Murray 2 foot away.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm going, fuck me, how did I get here? and Neil just goes, all right. I'm like, hell, what?
Yeah.
And then playing the Sabbath songs with the singer from Sabbath and the bass player from Sabbath.
I'm not going to lie, bud. I mean, I've done one of those with you after your invite, and that's the most nervous I've ever been on stage because of the caliber of, act. Like Harry James playing guitar on drums, like I said, Neil Murray playing bass, and Carl Senton's voice, all these voices, incredible voices, and there's this, the young kid coming in and trying to sing Whitesnake. Do you know?
We did it, man. We did it. It was brilliant.
I had a blast.
Brilliant night. Like, and the stress, when I did the first one, the stress was horrendous. Yeah. I wouldn't sleep. I'd wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to get up and come downstairs, put the telly on. I was shaking. I was thinking, oh my God, how am I going to get this together? Will it work? Because it costs thousands just to put it on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anything over that, then I would give to the animal charities, which Cozy was, a fan of and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was very stressful.
So how many have you done?
2. Obviously, this year's cancelled, obviously, but the first one, it was so stressful. And I was shaking, and even on the night, I was running around, and I didn't even go back to the hotel and get my clothes, which I couldn't change. And I was running around, and somebody said, Bob, you're on now, you're on. What? I had to run up. I was like, you know what I mean? And I just didn't have time to even think about what was going on, because I was busy running around looking for people who should be on, when people saying to me, calm down, you're on in a bit, you just need to just chill out and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I lost my earplugs. They fell down behind the riser. So I was like, so.
And you said it was a bucket list, Bob, but how did the idea come along? Was it just yourself, or?
Well, luckily, because of some of the bands I've been in with, like Adrian Smith and Man and stuff, that I got to know people who knew of the bands I was in then, and got like Bernie Mars. I got to meet Bernie because he wrote with Adrian.
Yeah,
and I got to meet Neil and stuff like that in the past, and Mickey Moody and these people. And we were doing there was a meal up in Cirencester for Cozy's anniversary of his death, and Tony Martin was opposite. It was Don Airey from Purple, Neil Murray and stuff. And I just thought, you know what? I got this in my head, and I said, right, chaps, if I do a gig, if I put a gig on using his kit with the house band, would you guys come play? I said, yeah. Right. And I remember driving home thinking, right, now it's real. Now it's real. And I've got to move. And this was like April, May, like 2 years ago, something like that, 2018. And I thought, right, the shit's happening now, so I've got to get it sorted. So I had to get Chris Buck involved to do the poster. I said, I want a poster of his fist holding the stick. Here's the photograph. So he made the poster up. I said, so I had to ring around all these people. I had to get in touch with Chris Glenn from the Michael Schenker group, Ted McKenna, ring a few other people. I had to put these bands together. So I wanted to do a rainbow set. Then it was the MSG set, and this is chronological order of the bands he was in. So it was Rainbow, Schenker, Whitesnake, Sabbath on the first night. It was the first year. And it ended up being 3 hours long. Right? And the only breaks were the changeovers. So it was 3 hours of classic Rainbow, Whitesnake, Schenker, Sabbath. And it was incredible. I remember just back in the hotel afterwards, just sinking these, going, oh, God, I love it. You know what I mean? And I'd think of a few drummers as well to contact. And because I not that so much I didn't want to play the whole night. I would have loved to have, but I didn't think it was fair.
Yeah.
I just thought, let's get some other drummers involved. So hence why I rang Harry from Thunder, because I knew he was a bit of a Cozy fan. And he said, yeah, love to do it. Chris Childs, love to do it. Yeah. Mike Tarana and Russell Gilbrook, they were at the unveiling of the plaque for Cozy Powell, and that's why I asked them. And Tarana was like over the moon. So he flew in from Italy, and Russell loved it. So, and it started to become like a little family then, you know. And then I thought, okay, the second one's going to be a bit easier, and it was. Now, because I picked the set, I thought we can't veer away too much from these classic songs, because as a fan, these are the songs I wanted to listen to. So I just took a few out to put a few extras in. But then Nigel Glockner from Saxon got in touch. He said, I want to do it. So I rang him up. I said, right, they said, I'm full anyway, Nigel, but I'm going to crowbar you in there, bud. All right, no worries. And he said, how about some Jeff Beck? I said, you're on. So I got in touch with Neil and Jim Kirkpatrick. I said, Nigel wants to do some Jeff Beck. So put 2 Jeff Beck numbers in. So we extended it a bit as well, you know. And then, of course, poor old Ted McKenna died. So I was the drummer on the Michael Schenker stuff, which was another tick for me to play with Chris Glenn. It's like, whoa. It was a right character, let me tell you.
Oh, mate, in the hotel, the stories he was coming out with.
Oh, but
he's so funny. He is so funny. And can drink.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely can drink. I mean, I think it was me, him, and a couple of others were left at 4 o'clock in the morning. And, oh, man, incredible. But it's such a relief after it's done. It's all done, you know. And, I mean, the crew and the people behind the scenes were fantastic. Yeah. And I just wanted everybody to have a good time. And because I was running around like a blue-ass fly, I wanted to make sure they had their drinks there, everything was okay, and you know, they got food, and, you know, the hotel, right, everything's cool. And people were pulling me left, right, and centre. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
So next year when we do it, I just got to delegate and let other people do some of the stuff, you know.
Yeah, but massive credit.
I wanted to get I wanted Graham Bonnet to come over, but you know, I said, Graham, want you over? And he said, I'd love to do it. He said, if I was there at the time, but of course, him living in Los Angeles, it cost a fortune. You need to bring him over. You know, to sing 4 numbers, you know. So it's a lot of people in this country at the moment. So, unless it gets bigger and we've got more funds. So,
Yeah.
I know we're digressing, and if I'm going on now, just tell me.
No, I love it. I love this, Bob. I love it.
Running out of Jack here.
But obviously, as you just said, now massive fan of Cozy Powell. So Cozy was the first drummer that you really connected with, is it? So you were 15. Were you playing drums before that?
Yeah, 3 years old.
Oh wow!
Wow.
My Granch was a drummer in the Air Force, big band, right? And then he came out and he was playing in the clubs and stuff like that. And I remember I might have been 3 years old, and those toy kits from the catalogue.
Yeah,
plastic. Yeah. I had one of those and I just broke it. I remember putting something through the bass drum, and then when I was 4.5, he gave me his drum kit, which was a 1950s Premier stroke Ajax hybrid. And I was practicing in the house a couple of times. I remember him coming up behind me, looking over my shoulder and say, right, this is a Mama Dada. And he'd go. Oh, right. So then I was playing along to like records in the house. And then he said to me, come down to the club. So I was 9 then. Come down to the club. Sit there. So watching him play. He playing foxtrots, quick steps, tangos, rumbas, whatever. I can have a pint now at the bar and speak to your Nan. Nan was in the bar. Come on. Oh. So I bit there playing quick steps and foxtrots and tangos and waltzes and stuff at 9 years old, thinking, this is it, is it? This is it. So I was watching him and playing what I thought was, and then I was there for years. And then I ended up playing 2 or 3 nights a week in the club on my own at 12. And that was my grounding, really, back in singers and artists that used to come in. And I didn't even know drum music existed back then. So I used to rely on my senses and just watch and listen and stuff like that, And since I've been teaching for 22 years, I had to learn to read, But I'm not the best reader in the world. But once your instincts take over, you can't help it, But and that's how I started, basically. I got into bands then. 14 years old and stuff like that, and going to Rainbow, and I remember seeing Sabbath, Whitesnake, Rainbow all in 1980 on the peak of the, Reading, Willing Tour, Heaven and Hell and stuff like that. And I was hooked then. That was it. Be putting Rainbow Rising on and just playing along to it, nicking everything, and just the Dio albums, the Purple albums, everything, just nicking everything. Yeah. And that was it. And again into bands, Wow. That was it.
So when did you start getting into bands? What age was that?
Well, properly playing, 13, 14, something like that.
Yeah.
I think.
Yet again, covers bands you've been listening to, like your Dio and everything, and then yeah.
And bizarrely, me and my mate used to jam in my bedroom on my old kit, and we used to play Riff Raff.
Yeah, that's an hell of a tune as well.
Little did I know. But but yeah, that was in 1979, something like that. It's like, fuck me, How long was that? 41 years? God.
You're looking good, Obed.
Fantastic.
Well, I'm 76 next week. See the grey coming.
When did you actually you got your first break in a band? When was that then? What was the timeline between that? So you got into your bands 13, 14. You would have done myself and Shane in the Welsh scene, the old clubs and stuff, doing covers and stuff then as well?
Yeah.
Or? Yeah.
Let me think. I realised I had to break out of Wales, and I joined a band from Salisbury called Shogun and did my first album at, I think I was 20. And I've still got the vinyl of that. We recorded the album in London. So that was the first time I actually broke out of it. I remember sending the demo tape off, and I'd never done this before, and sent this tape off with just a couple of grooves and a bit of a solo and sent it off. And I remember the bloke ringing up. He said, this tape. Yeah. Is it you? Well, of course it's me. He said, well, you're 19 and you're from Wales. I never forget that.
Yeah.
Because I'm 19 and I'm from Wales, it doesn't add up, does it? So we had to come up with the singer in the band and watch me live. I had to play in front of him, and then he went, "Oh yeah, that's him." Well, that's how I got that gig, you know.
And that was originals then, yeah?
Original stuff. Original stuff. Yeah, and I think the next name band after that was Adrian Smith. That was the next one.
Yeah.
Because I got to know FM, the band, really well.
Yeah.
Andy Barnett was the guitar player in FM. And after one festival somewhere up north, we had a jam session in a party afterwards. Oh, I was leathered, and the kit was left-handed. And Andy Barnett started playing Rocky Mountain Way, right? Now, I'd never heard the bloody song, right? Now, if you've never heard the song, it sounds like an odd start. Da, 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 I don't know if you know it, Ron. So I was thinking, as I was turning this kit around, putting the tom over there and the snare over there and stuff, I was thinking, where's the one? What's he doing? What's this fucking tune? What the Trying to clear my head. Barnett was looking around. Now, Barnett was in a band with Adrian Smith in the past. He was in Urchin, I think, one of Adrian's early bands. So anyway, and I think Blaze Bailey was on vocals. This was in 1991, right? And anyway, after the gig, Barnett's like, "Oh yeah, well done," you know, blah 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 blah. So then I had a phone call of Adrian Smith. He rang my house. He spoke to my mother, I think, and my mother rang me. She said, "A bloke called Adrian Smith rang, and he's going to call you tomorrow, 3:00. What? So anyway, 3:00, phone went on the button, and he was lovely. He said, "Oh yeah, it's Adrian Smith." He said, "I don't know if you know, I was in Iron Maiden." Yeah. He said, "Oh, Andy Barnett gave me a number." He said, "I'm looking for a drummer." He said, "So can I send you a tape and stuff?" I said, "Yeah, no worries." So he sent me the tape, and I learned it parrot fashion, right? Because I thought if I play it exactly how it is, what he's used to, and then I went up for the audition, and I just did exactly what was on it, right? And he was like, "Ooh," and that's how I got the gig, basically. And then from that, things snowball. You know, you get to meet other people, and just things happen. I think what happened after that? I remember I was doing sessions in Rockfield, and Kingsley said to me, "Oh man, I'm looking for a drummer." This is about 95. I said, I know of them. I don't know anything about them. So I ended up joining Man after an audition, and hence the German tours and the albums and the bigger gigs. And that's how I got to know people I grew up watching, Bernie Marsden and all these people. And they said, "Oh yeah, we know Man, you know, blah, 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 blah," you know. So it was like, wow, these are people I looked up to, know the people I'm in a band with. Yeah. It was bizarre. And I was another drumming hero of mine is Ian Pace as well. And I went to a Pacey drum clinic, and I took my Perfect Strangers CD for him to sign. And I just joined Man, right? And I knew that he knew who they were. And I said, "Oh, I've just joined Man." And he went, "What?"
I love it.
"I know them," he said. I was like, you know, and I've seen him a few times after that, and he was really cool, you know. And it's bonkers when these people I looked up to kind of know you or recognize the bands you're in. It's just nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. But I mean, I only met Cozy once, but I'm sure that if he'd still alive, I would have got to know him quite well, and we could have gone out for a ride in the Harleys or something, you know. But such is life, innit, you know.
I love that because I can relate to it as well, because you would have obviously, did you have some sort of like a paper music mag or something like back then to audition when you sent that tape off?
Yes, it was Melody Maker.
Yeah. Could we caught the tail end, but we remember the regional version, which was like the yellow the free ads. The free ad was always like looking for a band, and I've watched loads of Maiden documentaries and stuff with Adrian Smith back in the past, and that's how it was always done. You know, if you were looking for a band or you were looking to go and watch gigs, you looked in those papers. So that's why I found your story fascinating.
Yeah,
imagine you remember 19 rummaging through there looking for a band, like, you know, that's fucking great.
You say things like name vocalist, looking for band to start album, blah blah blah. Blah.
Yeah.
You know, I remember ringing up I had a bit of advice from a bass player friend, and he said, just ring the record companies and ask to speak to the A&R person who looks after these bands. And I remember in 1984 or 85, I rang Phonogram asking about Black Sabbath. I said, I've been looking for a drummer. I'd really look for a drummer. And she said, well, if you get to Los Angeles, we can give you an audition. I thought, well, I can't afford to fly. And I rang EMI for Whitesnake. Can I speak to someone who deals with Whitesnake, please? I said, I heard David Coverdale's looking for a drummer. Oh, yes, but David will find someone he knows. Okay, right, okay. So then you look at the ads. So hence I joined that band.
Yeah.
So then you just gotta keep going and move out. You know, I mean, I remember we did a gig in Lübeck in Germany, and my phone went off, and it was Paul Martin, his bass player, and Paul used to be in Robert Plant's band, and he played with Zeppelin at Live Aid in Philadelphia. Right now, Paul was playing with Dave Edmunds. Now I didn't know Dave, and he said, "You're going to do a gig? Can you do a gig with Dave Edmunds at the end of the month?" What? I don't know him.
Yeah.
No, but he wants you to do a gig with him. Well, he doesn't know me. Yeah, but he's been speaking to Kingsley and a few people, and he wants you to do a gig. He's going to ring you tomorrow. All right, then. So I ended up doing like half a dozen gigs with Edmunds. It was like, yeah. That was mind-blowing for me, right? Because like I remember those singles in the charts in 79, Girls Talk, Queen of Hearts and stuff like that. And there I am playing these songs with him, Edmunds, who knew all the Beatles personally, the stories he had, man, you wouldn't believe. Martin is on the bass, who played with Zeppelin, in Billy Bremner, and Geraint Watkins on the piano. And I'm singing BVs to Girls Talk in Shepherd's Bush Empire. It's just, my mind's blown. It's just, what the frickin' hell's going on? It's just bonkers, absolutely bonkers. And just things kind of snowball from there, you know.
So, yeah, you're saying about snowball. So how the hell did ACDC happen?
Right now, after Man, George and I, George is Mickey's son, we formed Son of Man.
Yeah.
So we put the band together, and we had a wonderful chap and a wonderful player called Ray Jones on the bass. Hell of a character, fabulous bloke. And Ray's brother, Dick Jones, was ACDC's drum tech, and he still is, since Back in Black, so 40 years. And I was sitting in this spot Thursday evening, I don't know, 7 o'clock-ish, 8 o'clock-ish, and my mobile goes off with a strange number on it. So I'm not answering that. Don't know what it is. Cardiff numbers, I don't know what that is. You know. Then it stopped, and then Ray's mobile came up, Ray Jones. Hey, bud, all right, what's happening? Oh, all right, he said, are you sitting down? Yeah, what's the matter? Somebody died? What? And my missus turned around looking at me. She said, he said, my brother just called me, and I met Dick before, so I knew, he said, my brother just called me, and he said, ACDC's in London over the weekend, and they shooting 2 videos. Yeah. He said, well, Phil is not there. Yeah. Well, are you available? What? And my missus going, he said, are you available and do you want to go? What, you asking me to go up and do? Yes. So are you serious? Yeah. Dick will ring you in 10 minutes. So Dick, he rang me in 10 minutes. I said, right, Dick. I said, is this serious? Oh, yes, he said. I said, well, does Angus know? But me? Oh, yeah. Well, we had a conversation earlier. Yeah. So while I was teaching in the day, photographs had been sent up to London. So Angus go, yeah, you'll do, kind of thing. Yeah, send it. Yeah, we'll have him. Send him up. I didn't know this. So Dick said, yeah, you're on. No, it's on. Yeah. I was sat next to him when he said, yeah, send him up.
Wow.
And my missus going, what? He said, so what drum kits are you going to bring up? I said, well, I got loads to choose from, Dick. I said, but I'd say my Black Premier would be more suitable. Yeah, that'll do. That's the one. Here's the Black Prem. So, well done, Ron. That was clever. So my kit was up in the van in Merthyr, so I had to ring Don from Celtic Pride. I said, Don, I need my drum kit now, tonight. I got to leave at 7 o'clock. What for? I had to tell him, but I didn't tell anybody else. So I went up to Merthyr, picked up the kit, and he gave me some albums. Take them up to get the bunch, get a signed, will you? I said, well, look, I'll do my best. I said, but I don't want to be going around doing that because it's not cool,
Yeah.
So I didn't sleep very well that night. So I remember 7 o'clock in the morning, I was on my way going over the Severn Bridge. Sun was coming up. It was 6 years ago, October 4th, 5th, 6th, something like that. So I remember getting to the studio at 10 o'clock, and I pulled the car in, and there was two studios adjacent to each other, and they were both kitted out, ready. This was a big deal, £250,000 shoot over the weekend, and they couldn't cancel it. And David Mallet, the producer, the producer director, David Mallet, he did all the Queen videos and all the DC videos. And he was there, and I came out, and he looked at me and said, I know you. I said, no, you don't. No, yes, we work together. I said, no, we haven't. Yeah, it'll come to me. Hell of a scream he was. And Dickie was there. So we got the kit out, took it into the green screen room, play ball. That was the first one. So we set the kit up now. It was all ready. And he said, right, I'll take you up the dressing room. I went to the dress. I said, well, do you want me to go in here with the banda? Yeah, that's fine. He said, do you want me to go somewhere else on my own? No, stay in there. Oh, God, all right. So I sat in this dressing room, all sweets and chocolates and sandwiches and a coffee machine. Just sat there thinking, and I heard him coming up the stairs. And in they come, Brian, Bob, my lad, thanks for doing this, and Angus, thanks for doing this. And Angus's wife, thanks for doing this. I'll make you a coffee, have a seat. And they were making a big fuss of me. I was like, that's all right, man, no worries, And that was it. And they were just normal blokes.
Yeah.
Absolutely normal blokes. We were just drinking coffee, chin wagging, and I didn't ask him about the band. I didn't say a word. I just treated them as normal. Yeah. I remember Brian had his Mac, and he showed me photographs of his cars, that old Bentley. He's got that massive Bentley. Mm-hmm. And because it's a really old car, with an old car, you expect the steering rack to be wobbly. He said, what's the rack like an alley, Brian? Is it slack? Nah, man, it's tight, man. We were just talking. You know what I mean? And it was fantastic. And then I hadn't heard the song, but Dickie emailed me the song, and I stuck my headphones in, and I heard Play Ball for the first time. And I was thinking, I'm the first one to hear this. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I was trying to just listen to it, thinking where the crashes are, where the fills are. And lucky was straightforward. Good job it wasn't a rush track, because I'd have had it.
Dream Theatre.
Yeah. Dream Theatre, yeah. So I remember then we were just getting changed and stuff, and Ang had his schoolboy up and down, a fag out the window and stuff. And the director came up and said, right, boys, let's go. And we all started. It was just the 5 of us in the room, by the way, right? And we stood in a circle just ready to go down. And in my head, I went, there's 5 of us in this room, and I'm the only drummer. I'm in ACDC.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nuts. So we were walking down the steps, and I was behind Angus. I was thinking, I could be walking down the steps to go onto Madison Square Gardens. So it's fucking nuts. Yeah. So we walked on the set, and my mouth was getting a bit dry, thinking, and they were all fabulous. Cliff was fab, and Stevie was fab. And of course, Stevie knows Roy. He knows Roy really well. So me and Stevie hit it off, swap numbers and everything, And we did a couple of run-throughs of Play Ball, and we had a chat over the kit. And I remember Angus and Brian was going, it's a big bass drum. And I said, it's a 26. And Angus said, I'll give a bit of a thump. I remember him saying that. And then we did a couple of run-throughs, and then Brian said, you're on your own now, son. So they all buggered off to have a cup of tea and left me on my own. So they did just me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, all these crew and this green screen and just me playing the song all the way through. And I just think, right, don't smile. Don't, because Phil never smiled. Don't laugh. Don't do it. So, but it was bizarre. Because like earlier on, like when Angus was in front of me and stuff, he was duck walking in front of me. My missus was texting me, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah, Angus is duck walking 6 feet away." And if you watch the video to Play Ball, just before the guitar solo kicks in, you see Cliff laughing, and he turns his head away and laughs because he turns to me and he goes, "All right, Bobby boy." And I went, "This is fucking mental." And Cliff goes and laughs. He laughed. You can see him laughing on the video.
That is brilliant, Bob.
Yeah. And it was so loud. It was so loud. I had 2 wedges behind me, and it was banging out there. And I was hitting shit out of the black prem. And Cliff, he raised urinates, and he said, "I forgot to turn them off." So you can imagine, wow, you know. Oh, but they were fabulous. And then the next day, we did Rock or Bust. Now, we had 500 fans flying from around the world. And they had all their phones taken off them. But they didn't have a clue that Phil wasn't there.
Ah.
And I remember saying to Brian, I said, "Oh, Brian, what are they going to think when I walk down there?" "Don't worry, man, don't worry." You know, they were fine.
Yeah.
And I remember walking down the steps into that little circular thing that they had. And I was thinking, they're all going to be staring at me. Brian, they're going to say, "Who the fuck is that?" You know. But they were so enamored that there was Angus and Brian and Cliff and Stevie. They like didn't notice me, you know. But my kit was there with BR written on the front, you know. But then in the afternoon, I had a text from Glenn Quinn, who's in Son of Man, and he's with the picture of my kit with ACDC backline. He said, "Bob, are you playing with ACDC?" And I had to tell him, I said, yes. This picture leaked out. Wow. You know, with my kit on the backline. Yeah, it leaked out. So, and Brian introduced me to all these fans, you know, and then we done a couple of run-throughs and stuff. And then I remember in the night then, Brian took us all out for a meal in Chelsea in his local. And he was fabulous. And he was like sat there and we were just chin-wagging and drinking and having a laugh. And I remember he started singing, "Champion, no one knows." I said, "Right, that's Frankie Lane, that is." But nah. I said, "I'm telling you, it's Frankie Lane." "Nah, man, nah." I said, "Hang on, Google Frankie Lane." But so, but that's, you have to be normal with them.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like, "Oh, tell me about this." You can't do that. And so we got on like house on fire. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, and he said, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I said, "Oh, I'm going home. I'm all packed." And, you know, he said, "We're having a photo shoot." He said, "Call in the morning now." He said, "Use the address. Call in the morning." All right. So I'm down in the morning. He was in his red Ferrari. So it was the official Sony photo shoot for the Rock or Bust tour programs and stuff. And they were there all day. I remember sat down on this long table, and right in front of me was Angus's guitars. Right there. And I just thought, should I pick it up and have a little? No, I better not. I probably could have, because they didn't care, you know. And we did all day. We had lunch together, and they were having these photos taken. And then I was sat down watching, and the tour manager and Angus's wife came on and said, "Bob, would you like to join the boys in some photographs? You know, yeah, all right then." Put my back jacket on. I walked over. They were already stood there, and Brian went, "Come on, Bobby, lad." So when I stood behind Brian, I said, "All right, Brian." I was like, in my head, I was going, "Fucking hell." I'm having an official photo shoot with ACDC.
I gotta be honest, Bob, right?
It was nuts, man.
We've had some guests on here. This might be the best story we've ever had.
That's incredible.
You played with ACDC. That is insane. You hang out with ACDC. I think that's gonna take some beating.
Yeah.
What a story.
It's 1 hour 6 minutes when he says he turned to Bob, and Bob's like, "This is fucking mental."
Yeah, that's true. If you look at the solo and play ball, right, you see Cliff turn and laugh. Because that's what I said. It's fucking mental. So yeah. So, but they were sussing me out. They were.
Yeah.
As a bloke, and I could understand why they had me in the photographs. Because if something went wrong, they had a backup of me. I had individual shots done.
Yeah.
I had individual shots done, plus with the band.
Yeah.
I have got the photos with me in the band, official ones, which I haven't put anyway.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I ought to. I don't know. Maybe one day I will. I mean, I've got 2 of them behind me, but there.
Hey, exclusive. It's an exclusive.
Come on, you got to show us. Bring the photo. You got to show us.
Yes.
No, I can't because people have screenshotted and stuff.
Oh, right.
Okay, that.
But underneath my Strat.
There it is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're the official ones.
Wow.
And of course, I was thinking, I understand why they're doing this. And Dickie was asking me questions. How many albums have you done? And what? I said, they're asking questions. Yes. Okay. I understand that. Yeah. But then I went to, and I was totally cool when Chris got the gig. I wasn't upset, wasn't pissed off or nothing. I totally got it. I understood, and I was grateful to do what I did.
Yeah.
Dick rang me, he said, look, I had an email and they go with Slady. That's fine. I said, it makes sense because he's done it before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do him. And when I went to Wembley in the summer of 2015, I went backstage and saw Brian and Angus and everybody, and Angus's wife said, "Oh, you okay?" I said, "Well, it was a bit emotional when they opened up with Rock or Bust." I was started, and she said, "Look, it was close. We did think about you an awful lot, but we went with Chris because he'd done it before." I said, "I totally get it. That's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
And I've been fine with it. Never. I'm not bitter about it. I'm just grateful to have done it, and that's fine. It just obviously day to day you don't think about these things, but now and again you get reminded of it, or a video pops up or something like that, and you go, "Oh yeah, wow," and then it's gone again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, although they're like the biggest rock band in the universe, the best thing for me, my personal dream come true, was playing with Graham Bonnet from Rainbow. Playing on Cozy's kit with Graham Bonnet out front, playing these songs that I grew up watching and listening to.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. Nothing will better that for me.
Was that the Albert Hall as well, Bob? Or
No. We did a tour with Graham. Graham's fantastic bloke. And I remember because Carl Sentence was in Catch the Rainbow with me. Which is like a rainbow tribute band I put together with Cozy's kit, and we played all these classic. Well, it's based on the Down to Earth set. And then an agent rang me. He said, "I'm thinking of getting Graham Bonnet over. Would your band back?" And I was like, What? Fuck yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a call. He's expecting you. Oh, fuck. So I sat here ringing Graham Bonnet, one of my favourite vocalists of all time. Yeah. Hour and a half later, what a fucking guy. What a guy. Normal, down to earth, brilliant bloke. So we ended up doing like a British tour with him, playing a set that I picked based on the Down to Earth tour that I saw when I was 15 years old on Cozy's drum.
Wow.
Yeah. And what? I don't care if I don't do anything else.
Yeah.
I did my dreams. I played Donington, DC, Bonnet, Edmund, whatever. I just done it now. I don't care. Yeah, still nice, but okay. Okay.
No, I get that. And that's incredible from a 19-year-old, looking through magazines, finding a band. That's incredible. What an achievement, Bob. Honestly, it's an unbelievable achievement.
At the end of the day, it doesn't pay your mortgage and it doesn't make you a millionaire, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, but I'd imagine you must be thinking those people, as you said, those heroes of yours, put you in regard, high regard.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Well, maybe so. Maybe so. I mean, Neil Murray gave me a wonderful compliment after the first Cozy Bash, and I was just like, and he said, "Oh, I'll take it back then." Oh my God, this legend of a bass player.
Yeah.
Really?
When I come off stage,
I don't want to say what he said because it sounds like, you enjoyed playing with me. You said I really enjoyed playing with you, and one of my favorites. And I'm like,
that's brilliant.
What? I saw you in Coastal Hall on the Reading Willing tour. I was like 15 years old. And now you're there. Absolutely mind-blowing.
Fair play.
How many, it'd be rude for me not to ask, how many drum kits are you up to now, Bob?
About 13 or 14, I think.
Wow. That's awesome.
Including a Roland in the conservatory. And about the other 12 or 13 in the garage, all cased and racked. You know,
any regret, like I regret that I can't show you the first drum kit that I had with Shane when we were kids. I've always mentioned it, glittery red Premier kit. And I was an absolute arsehole. I started getting into metal and rock, and I was like, it has to be black. And my dad was like, right, well, you're getting rid of that one. And now I look back, it was probably, well, Jesus Christ, probably worth more than all the kits I've got at the moment, like, you know. But I do regret that one. Is there any you regret, like
selling,
not buying? Yeah, not buying or selling, or
I've only sold probably 2 of the kits I've ever owned, but I've kept everything else. I'm just scrolling my phone looking for my first kit that my granddad gave me 4.5, and it's here somewhere. Let's have a look. So I got like 15,000 pictures on this bloody phone.
Yeah, in my defense, in the time, I think like we just got into bands, as in like we can do this, and then I was looking at.
Hang on. 10 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
10 years old on my granddad's kit. I still got that kit. That's a 1969 Premier Grey Shimmer 303.
Wow.
It's a nice jacket as well, man.
Still got, I know, man. 1975.
Who coats that jacket, man?
Who's coats that jacket? Yeah, man.
Incredible. And you had long hair as well, bud.
Oh, I know. Oh, here it is. Here's the kit. This. Okay, hang on a second. This is my granddad in about 1968 playing that first kit he gave me. You probably can't see it very well. It's not focusing very well. Right, now, then this is the kit. Oh, this is me playing the kit when I was about 12. It's not focusing, is it?
There we go.
Roughly, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Bob.
Right? Yeah, I know. And then this is the kit now after it's been restored with me and my son 2 summers ago.
Ah,
oh, wow.
Nice.
So I played that. My granddad played that in the 60s. I had it when I was 4.5. And then I had it restored.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So that was my first actual drum kit.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. I've still got it. It's like they like old pair of cowboy boots. You don't want to get shot of them, you know, and they look lovely, they sound lovely. You know what I mean? You can't get shot of them. And it's
my massive regret that is, Bob, honestly, because my dad used to have kits. Just something I wish I could go back and kind of inherit, or tell him not to sell, or tell him not to gamble away when he's there in a card game in like 1970 and I'm looking at a gold speckle. I'll send you some photos, mate, of it, because you love the Premier kit.
Yeah, do it.
You'll fucking love him. And you'll ask him, you'll say to him, oh, what happened to that kit? And he'd be like, oh, I got broken into in Barry in like 1973 or whatever. And you think, fuck, how old's that drum kit then? Like, you know, and I've got a Zildjian cymbal by you that I'll dig out for you that is actually the old school signed ones. So they're not factory pressed. There's an actual, and I remember doing a recording session when I was like 18, 19 down in Newport, or maybe a little bit older actually, down in Newport with Ginge Ford, Martin Ginge Ford. And I took this cymbal down. He went, fucking hell, Ron, that's a vintage. That's an antique cymbal, that is. And anyway, 4 minutes later, after we'd finished the punk track, he was like, you fucking idiot, you've broke it. It's like, fuck. But I've still got it. I know. Yet again, young, naive, absolutely stupid. I will dig that cymbal out and bring it to you and show you it. Like, it's I've never touched it since, but it was just that one studio session where my other cymbals were broke. And I was like, oh, I'm going to a recording studio. I got to be professional. So I went up in my dad's cupboard, dug out his old school leather, you know, with the straps, the old leather straps to do it up and all that. Undone that, pulled out this little cymbal, took it to Newport, and like I said, 4 minutes later, however long that punk song was, it was just like, oh fuck, I've split there. Oh, fuck. He's kept it for 50, 60 years, now split it in 3-4 minutes. Like, do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man, that's the trouble. That's the trouble. I mean, my granddad's kit, it's got the original heads, the original cases, the original cymbals, original stands.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I won't get rid of it. And it's grey shimmer, which is a rare kind of finish anyway, you know.
Yeah.
So I ended up picking up 2 more grey shimmer kits since then and putting them together and having a double grey shimmer kit. Then I found a silver star. I mean, Shane went, what the fuck is he on about that? So found a silver star, double bass Premier silver star. So I ended up getting that. And it's like, I can't stop. Oh, that's it. And now I've got another Premier kit in chrome off my mate Lee from Merthyr. I don't have that. Now I got another bass from Shell. I'm going to have wrapped in chrome. So I have another double kit in chrome. Oh, but tell you.
Bob, how big is this garage you got, man?
I know.
It's slightly bigger than a normal garage, but it's just my Harley Davidsons in there and 2 racks full of drums.
Oh, that's amazing. That's
and of course,
amazing.
I love the old guitars as well. So I got about 13 guitars hanging around here somewhere. I got one of Bucky's guitars. Look, this is one of Bucky's. He said, "Oh, you're gonna have this on like a permanent loan." This is Chris's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What? Hey, Bob.
I can't play it like in mine, but you know.
I was going to say, he's an incredible guitarist, but isn't he?
But he don't answer his phone.
He's a special guitarist.
Yeah, he's fabulous. He's got an old head on young shoulders, you know, and because I'm old and he got an old head, we hit it off musically on stage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what's weird about it, we hit off if we play like a long triplet pattern or something like that, and we look at each other and go, and that's just off the cuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I got my head down and I play a pattern and he's doing the same thing, and then he comes up and goes, "Oh, you did it again." So we've got this kind of live thing that's going on, you know, and because he's got an old head on his shoulders. So yeah, he's fabulous.
Incredible. Hey, that boiler's nice as well.
Lovely boiler.
Yeah.
That boiler was there when I did that the talk with Dane, you know, on the drum.
Oh, yeah.
Drum for the song with Dane Campbell.
You'd be endorsed with them now.
Boilers, it's pretty crap though, because I got to keep refilling it all the bloody time. Rubbish, man.
Bob, it's been an absolute pleasure, man, talking to you tonight. Thank you so much.
I got loads more, but I'll be here another 3 hours.
You're gonna have to come on again, in bed.
Look at the legend.
That's
for Gareth. That's for Gareth Richards. That is Gareth. If you're still watching, there he is. But what a wonderful man.
That. Did you meet him, Bob?
Loads of times, aye.
Oh, did you?
Aye, loads of times. Yeah.
Hang on now. Let's have another 15 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, come on, Bob.
Well, he knew the guys in Man back in the day, because when he was in Auckland,
yes,
Man toured with Auckland, and he loved Man, absolutely loved them. He told me once, he said, "Oh, they're the best jam band in the world." So what happened was they were playing Newport Centre, and I knew some of the crew. I was side stage while they were playing. I was on Phil's side. And then just when they finished, Lem said to the crowd, and he said, "You got great rock and roll in Wales." He said he got Dave Edmunds and the Man Band. And I went, "Fucking play for them." So I said to Tim, Lemmy's bass tech, I've known Tim for a long time. He said, "Oh, I've got to go meet Lem." I said, you know, and all right, Lise? Yeah. My wife just walked past to plug her phone in.
Hey,
I said,
"Hey, Lise.
Lem."
Hiya.
Hiya.
All right.
Hiya.
Live, man. Hundreds of people.
Going to sleep now. He needs to go off now.
So he said that you got great rock and roll in Wales. You got Dave Edmunds and the Man Band. I was like, "Whoa, I got to go meet him." So Tim took me into the dressing room in Newport Centre. He said, "Oh, Lem, this is Bob. He's the new drummer in the Man Band." And he went, shook my hand. He said, "How's Mickey and Deke and the boys?" I was like, "Whoa." You know what I mean?
Wow.
From then on, he was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Every time we played Newport or Bristol or Cardiff, I'd be in the dressing room with him, and he'd be playing me with this. He got me pissed loads of times, but honest to God, even before they went on stage. he gave me a bottle of Jack in Cardiff. I used to take T-shirts to him and albums from the man. He said, "Oh, great! Oh, yeah, I lost this album. Great!" And if you watch Lemmy the movie, there's a couple of albums in his rack that I gave him. Some Man albums that I gave him.
Wow!
Because he lost his vinyl apparently years ago. So he was wonderful to me. Because obviously Man was his favourite band, and he loved Edmonds as well, and he loved ACDC too. It's bonkers, but So I'd be like in his dressing room in Cardiff, just me and him, chin wagging for ages. Jack and and that's it. He talking about Man and the old days, and then he talking about rock and roll. And I remember him once saying, "I've got to pop out a minute to see some people upstairs." He said, he put his hat on. He said, "Mind my room, will you?" All right, go on. So I'd mind his room, and then he'd come back down, and we have more drinks and stuff. And then I remember leaving Cardiff one night, and he opened his big trunk, got out this big bottle of Jack, and he gave it me. He said, "Oh, Bob, have that." So I can't have that, Lem. I just, well, you only give me that for. He said, "If I didn't want to fucking give it to you, I wouldn't give it to you. Have it, but have it." So I was like, "Oh, thanks, And I wish I'd gone to sign it. I kept the bottle, but I drank the bloody Jack.
Oh, man, yeah.
The bottle's up there empty, but I've drunk it. And he got a pen and paper out, and he wrote his address, his mobile, and his house number. Here's my details, but have them. Give me his numbers. I phoned him from the conservatory once in there. I rang him at midnight. I think it was midnight, which was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Los Angeles time. So right, Lem, it's Bob. "Oh, hello." I said, "All right, but," I said, "What's the weather like out there?" He said, "Sunny." I said, "It's pissing down over here." He said, "That's why I moved." Honestly, God, because I wanted him to sing a song on one of the Son of Man songs, look. And he said, "Yeah, I'll do it for you. I'll do it. No problem." He was lovely. Absolutely lovely. He used to send jokes on the text and stuff like that, And when they were doing Bristol one night, he cut his finger. And I was getting ready to go, and he texted me. And he said, "Don't come tonight, Bob. I pulled the gig. I've cut my finger." And I was blown away that he actually thought to text me to tell me not to go down. And I was like, oh. But he was a genuine, lovely bloke, extremely intelligent, very well read, and very witty. And he used to show me his sketchbooks. He'd be there, like, he'd just come off stage, he'd have his turban towel on, and his shirt off, having a fag in his eye. He said, look at this. He'd show me. And I'd piss my fucking self laughing because he'd be in sketches like Spike Milligan. And he'd put, honestly, I said, "Lem," I said, "You've got to fucking put these out. You've got to, this book got to come out, man." He was awesome, man. You won't have a bad word said about him. He was
amazing.
Lovely bloke. Lovely bloke. He'd give me AAA passes. And he'd text me, said, "Any problem, ring this number, I'll see you after." Just like, whoa. Wonderful bloke. And I'll ask for Gareth. Oh, Gareth said, "I gave Lemmy my copy of Man's Maximum Darkness." Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
all right, Gareth. I know
amazing.
You love him, Gareth. Yeah, he was wonderful, man.
Before you go as well, Bob, you've got a stream coming up as well.
As
well with Buck and Evans. Better late than never.
Aye, Chris come up with that. Better late than never. Yeah, that's in December the 12th, I think. We're streaming it from a studio in Merthyr. Yeah, so tickets are actually on sale now on the Buck and Evans Facebook page and stuff. Yeah.
I wanted to get
There's
that.
No more, but you don't. I could go on and on and on and on.
We're gonna get you back on, Bob. We're gonna do a part 2, but we're gonna do a part 2. Honestly, mate, we're gonna do a part 2, and we want to meet up and have a few whiskies as well.
Oh,
no, honestly, now that's. I'll bring some drums over, and definitely if you do that, that's amazing. But
yeah, absolutely.
Red
Red Stag, man, you've got to try it. I'm telling you now.
I'm going to definitely.
Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal.
You'll have to start joining me and Shane in a late night Zoom bar, but we do. That's become a lockdown thing. We start. Yeah, well, you're sitting there drinking a bottle of whiskey or whatever, like Shane does, and it's like. And he'll drop an odd message in with our little group, and he'll say, "Fucking anybody on it or whatever." And then occasionally we're on till about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll come
on for a bit. Aye, definitely.
There we
are. I got one more for you. Right? Just come into my head.
Go on.
Peter Williams, our driver for the Man, right? He knew loads of people. He had a phone call how he was going to Blackpool for a gig, and it was Mike Clement, and the Mike was Tony Iommi's guitar tech. Now Sabbath were in Mono Valley rehearsing, right, with Ozzy and Bill Ward and everybody. And I heard Peter going, "No, I can't do it. I won't be home till 6 in the morning. Bob will do it though." "You are? Will you take Bill Ward to Bristol tomorrow?" Yeah, no worries. I'll do. Yeah, all right, Mike. Bob will do it. Bob, we're going to be down Mono Valley 10 o'clock in the morning. Right, Robert? No worries.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
So
you get out to Mono Valley in the morning, like. So I remember walking in, seeing Mike, because I knew Mike anyway. Mike's from Swansea, and then guess who walks in? Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy walks in this bloody long coat now, right? And Mike goes, "Oh, this is Bob. Bob, Ozzy." All right. He goes, "Oh," in his way. And then Ozzy put his hands in his pockets, and he pulled out German Deutschmarks, and he went, "What's this? What's this?" And Mike said, "The Deutschmarks, Ozzy, were in Germany the other day." Oh, yeah. Bonkers. And I remember then Ozzy's personal assistant Tony, he was a lovely fella. He said, "Oh, is that your car? Could you move?" He said, "I'm taking Ozzy up." "Oh, yeah, right." They pulled the car out of the way, and the Range Rover came right in front of me, and Ozzy looked out the passenger window and went, and then drove off. And it's like, fucking Ozzy's nuts. And then, of course, I met Bill. Bill was a total gentleman, and I spent a day with him, took him to Bristol, and we were talking. He said, "Oh, yeah, Man. I saw Man loads of times. What a great band, What a lovely man Bill Ward was." And we drove up past the Colston Hall, and I said, "I saw you in there, 1980, Heaven and Hell tour." And I remember it was yesterday. And he said, "Yes, I remember that time." He said, "Yeah, And he bought me lunch in the hotel, and it's just incredible. Just bonkers to meet these guys, you know what I mean? Just bonkers.
Our favourite Bill Ward that we've heard is a friend told us that he just had heart surgery, and he just got back with the guys, and he's sitting in the control room. Do you remember this story, Shane? He's sitting in the control room.
He had a heart attack while he was in Mono Valley, and he got taken to Neville Hall, yeah.
Well, yeah, so he just recovered from that. He's just met back up with the Black Sabbath guys, and they're chilling, they're listening to a playback, and Ozzy's disappeared, obviously. And when Ozzy reappears, he's got a fucking, like the old panto horns, and he's let it off right next to Bill Ward's left ear hole. He's gone, fucking Bill. He's like, "I fucking had Ozzy just had an heart attack, you mad fucking."
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, Ozzy used to light the fire. Have you ever been to Mono Valley Studios, boys?
Yes, once I've been up there. Yeah,
it's got a massive recording room, but just to the right there's the houses and the living room with a big fire in it. And I remember them telling me Ozzy used to light the fires all the time and just make a hell of a bloody mess in there, just flames, and it was boiling in there. Because Peter ended up going down working with Sabbath with Bill that week, and he wouldn't let me do it. Peter said, "I'm doing that." He said, I'll do it. No, I'll do that. So Peter ended up being with him for a week in Mono Valley and being in the lounge in the night, like with the fires roaring, and Ozzy kept throwing bloody logs on it, Oh, dear.
Oh, man, I love it.
Yeah.
The story's an incredible, Bob.
Yeah.
Look, it's gone. Empty.
We'll definitely get you on for a part 2, Bob. And
yeah, but I might not remember anymore now, Ron. There are a few other, stupid ones, like ended up playing Swords of 1,000 Men with Ed to the Pole in the Patty Pavilion when he supported Man.
What?
Remember that song?
Yeah.
Swords of 1,000 Men. Yeah, he was supporting Man in the Patty. So a couple of my mates were there, and they played bass and guitar. And then he said, "Do you want to play Swords of 1,000 Men with us?" So we learned in the dressing room. We ended up playing it on stage, and I got it on video somewhere. Bonkers.
So they were supporting you.
Ed was on his own. Yeah, Ed to the Pole.
Wow.
Now, Ed Tudor Paul was, I think he did the Crystal Maze for a while, and he was in the Sex Pistols for a little short time, I think, after that. But he's a hell of a character. I bumped into him again up in Merthyr Rising about 2 or 3 years ago. So a hell of a character he is. Hell of a character. We ended up playing it live with like no rehearsal, just learned it in the dressing room. Bonkers, man.
I tell you what, it's going to take
It's because I'm old. I'm old, see, boys. That's what it is. In 20 or 30 years' time, you'll have all the same stories.
Fucking love it.
You know?
But every single story you've talked about, you've gone, oh, he's a hell of a guy and such a lovely guy. Bob, I think they'd be saying the same about you, but obviously, otherwise you wouldn't ever been in the room with those musicians. Thank you so much for joining us, bud. And we have to have a drink soon.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Give us a shout when you do that Zoom thing.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, we will.
I don't know if we stay up at 4 o'clock in the morning, mind, but I tell you what.
We don't know, Bob. We'll swing out with you now.
Give me some notice, and I'll get some Red Stag in, and
All right, that's on.
We can spin some tunes and stuff. And
all right, that's a deal. That's a deal now. That's a definite deal, that is, but
okay, but nice one.
Thank you so much, Bob.
No worries, boys.
See you soon. All right, take care. Check out Buck and Evans, everybody. Thank you, Bob Richards.
Ciao, boys.
Ciao, buddy.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome.
And to think we were going to cut the show early before we mentioned Lemmy. What?
I know. When he held the statue up, I'm like, oh, fucking hell. That's incredible. That's incredible. Let's get the boys in. In. There's Lloyd. There's Dave. There's Shiner. Oh, boys, did you hear that?
Oh, fucking brilliant.
Yeah, man, watched a lot, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I love what he said. Well, I might forget the rest of them, see, Ron.
Yeah.
At one point, I genuinely thought I'm going to be sat here at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I
was genuinely thinking because all the Crow family have said it about doing like getting guests back on and maybe doing like part twos, and I'm thinking, fuck, he's got loads by you. Do you know what I mean? So, but that's what he said. I better get him out, Ron, before I forget. Brilliant, like
brilliant,
absolute career. Brilliant. What a career, man! And there's got to be more to come in there, man.
Dave, there was so much more I wanted to ask him. I mean, I didn't want to make it like a specific drumming podcast, but there's loads I wanted to know about, like how he approaches songs and which I know other people have kind of asked him that as well. So, but there was so much more yet to ask. And obviously we know he likes a dabble in the whiskey, Mr. Greeno. So
yeah, we'll have to get on that Zoom call, man. I'll be up for that.
Yes.
What struck me though, he's like incredibly humble because he almost acted like what? Like he's shocked about it. But to be mentioned in that caliber, he has to be at a level. Do you know what I mean? And I think so he may not think it, but everyone else knows it. Do you know?
I think if you speak to a lot of musicians in his bracket and stuff, they're all the same, man. They're all like, they got so much respect for their peers, and they're like, how the fuck was I playing for him? And then the bloke's saying exactly the same thing about him. He's like, what the fuck? And they're all just blokes, you know what I mean? Just jamming and having a laugh, and when they all, like, the world sees them as like these like idols and stuff, but they don't see themselves that way.
Yeah.
Remember the first time we met him, Shane?
Yeah.
It was about 4 a.m. in Strensham services.
That's right.
And I was having a piss. I remember looking next to me and he rang. I went, "Oh, Bob."
Yeah.
It was him. And we just sat, just talking. And
was that the one where I walked onto their tour bus?
Yes, it was. It was.
You went to walk onto their bus.
Just opened the door and walked in, and I was like, "Oh, fucking hell, what's going on here?" It was that.
It was.
I was like, "Oh, sorry, boys."
When I done the Cozy Bash, that's the exact story Bob was telling me.
Was it? Said,
I could hear these Welsh lads. I'm thinking, hang on, as he's having and it was like, brilliant.
Oh, that's cool,
brilliant.
Yeah, he said the exact story.
What a dude! What a dude!
So humble, man.
Fuck guy.
Yeah, but someone. It just got mentioned now by Paula about Christmas specials, so we might have to look into something like that and get Bob back on with a Christmas act, telling a few more stories, sharing a glass of whiskey.
We'll all just get pissed up and just share stories.
Do an earlier show and get as many people on as we can. And
fucking wrecked.
6 hour marathon.
Everybody get wrecked.
We'll do an all day. Yeah, start from 12 o'clock.
Yes.
The Christmas do, innit? Do the
and just literally
Christmas
just
do.
keep adding them to the show. Like literally keep adding them.
Yeah.
And then just watch it turn into like this car crash.
It'd be like,
No, I love it.
Brilliant.
Oh, we should do that.
Really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Do you enjoy our Shine? That's another fellow musician who doesn't like to sell his gear, mate.
Yes, it's that thing, innit? I'm the same as Bob. I can't part with stuff. I just can't do
You're
it.
a hoarder, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it took me a while. I thought Bob had a Christmas tree up behind him. It took me a while to work out it weren't. I thought, Bob,
with lights on
early, but yeah, it was just that triangle light. It was. I just thought it was a Christmas tree.
You know, you all right, though? That's two, did
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my regrets. Like I said to Bob, I've had some great gear over the years, and you know, certain circumstances you have to get rid of it, or I've had to get rid of it, and you do regret certain occasions. Certain gear I've had the chance to buy, and I'm thinking, oh man, do you know what I mean? And then you listen to Bob, and you listen how he's restored a lot of it, and definitely an inspiration there. That's something I might start looking into. Is like I've got so much, you know, that in a like storage room, but then dig it out, maybe show it to Bob, see what's best to move it forward, like, you know. So
yeah, man,
and start that collection. It's lovely, like, you know, it's lovely just to look at, or like you said, the sound of it, and you know the story behind it as well.
Behind
like,
it,
you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly how I feel about
Worth all the money in the world,
Grabber, dude.
What's that?
That's exactly how I feel about my Gibson Grabber, you know? My bass from 1979, the original. It's just, it don't come out anymore to play, but it's my pride and joy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know Dave's been down the same road as me, where you've had something really nice, but you've just had to part ways with it, haven't you, Dave?
Yeah, I weirdly enough, this has come up because Shane and I were talking about it earlier. When I was showing you guitars that I've sold on, and I was like, oh, why?
Yeah.
But I mean, at the time, you know, you do what you have to sometimes. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta sell this because I need the money for something else or whatever. But you just fucking you just regret it. So if you could not do it, then I agree. Do not do it.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
Sell your car instead.
Completely agree.
Yeah. Sell your soul. Fuck sell your body, sell your soul. Don't sell your
Fucking sold my soul years ago.
Incredible guest. And like we said, it's really nice to see that Bob and the guys from Buck and Evans are going to be doing a live stream. So, you know, for anybody, please go and check out their page. And have a look at that date, and we'll definitely get Bob back on again. I'm half gutted now because I'm thinking, oh, what else is in the locker over there, isn't it? What else is in the locker?
We'll unlock him, but over a bottle.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely awesome guy. Should we have a quick chat about this week's Crow Radio? Crow Radio.
Fucking done you on that.
Done me on that, did he, Dave?
Yeah. Fucking done, but.
Well, do you want to tell everybody
WPIG Crow Radio?
Crow Radio.
Do you want to tell everybody, all the lovely people, of what's on this week's playlist, David?
Yes. So again, it's about the goings on in the world and in our lives, topical stuff, right? So see if you can pick up on the meaning on these, right? So we start with We're Not Going to Take You by Twisted Sister. Living in America by James Brown. Shame, Shame by Foo Fighters. Now we put that in there because it's Foo Fighters' latest track. We love Foo Fighters. We're not ashamed to say that. So we thought we'd put that in there. Bang Bang by Green Day. Fireworks related. Firestarter, Prodigy. Feeling Good, Muse. Ain't No Moonlight, Buck and Evans, obviously related to our guest. What's in the Box by 4 Years Strong. Now we're getting into the funny ones. Man in a Box by Alice in Chains. Nothing Else Matters, Metallica. Blaze of Glory, John Bon Jovi. Woman, Wolf Mother. The Remedy, Jason Mraz, Loser, Beck, If You Wanna by the Vaccines. Yeah. Let Them Go, Wild Hearts.
Yeah.
So again, boys, hell of a playlist there. Loads of variation. It just goes to show we're not all listening to the same shit all the time. We like to put some different stuff in there. Topical. Love it. I listen to these all the time, boys.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
you know.
Me and Shane touched on it a little bit before you guys came on about obviously the goings on in the world at the moment. So it is current to our playlist. There are a few little tip-offs to that. Did you guys kind of catch up on this week's shenanigans in good old you know?
I watched nothing else.
Nothing else.
Ask Lisa, right? She'll tell you. The news.
Well, hang on. Before you go any further, be rude.
Come on in.
This.
Yes. We'll be here royalties if you carry on.
Trust me, it's under the time scale that I've been told.
Yeah, no, we hadn't turned the news off for the week. I mean, even if it's just on in the background, just because you don't know what's going to happen, if something crazy is going to happen, Trump's going to say something, he's going to call an emergency press conference. So it's been on all week. So I have not turned the telly off all week. So yeah, great.
You got a bit of a fucking bill, then.
Well,
Lloyd, did you follow it at all, or not your bag? Or
I did bits, but I mean, it's not. I try not to get involved in politics. Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand it. Do you know what I mean? I understand it, but I just like he's a child. Give it up.
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's the entertaining part about it.
China boy, were you hooked? Were you glued? Were you not bothered at all?
Yeah, it was on, because I always watch the news, so it's always on. And then I think the funny part I found about it all was, well, first of all, he's not going to go quietly. There's no way he's going, I'm doing what I'm told. But then even after Biden went over the 270, generally then the person who's lost concedes, doesn't he? He's blatantly refusing to concede.
Yeah.
So
he
ain't going out quiet.
He's claiming shenanigans, but not providing any evidence. We could all do that, can't we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they recounted in one state, didn't they? Because it was so close anyway. There was 10,000 votes in it. Now they've got to recount that state anyway. So
yeah, but it don't matter because he's one of the states. I mean, they can recount that. Is it Georgia? They can recount that state. And cows come home. It don't make a fucking blind bit of difference.
Yeah, because what's Biden on now? With last I seen, he was on
279.
279, and Trump was still on 214, was he?
Yeah.
So
cut and dry.
Yeah.
See ya, Trump. See ya.
Pack your bags off and go.
It should be done. It should be done, but who knows? I mean, I said earlier I got Shane to watch something called the Trump Show, and that just gives you an insight of just. I think he goes from a bit overwhelmed at the beginning of it. Did you notice that, Shane? He looked a little bit like, "Wow, what's going on here?"
Yeah, he was almost like, "I haven't got a clue." You know, he didn't have a clue. But then just realizing that then when people were telling him what to do, he's almost like, "Oh, he's." The people around him are telling him what to do or what should be happening. And then he takes that little bit and then thinks he knows it all. He becomes an expert, like, really quickly in his head. So, like, you've had your time. Now it's my turn. I'm going to do this, and this, and just sacks everybody.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, I think as long as he's got the people around him who know what they're doing, he just got to be the spokesperson, isn't he? You know what I mean?
But... He's when they said to him, he's just like, no, I'm not doing it that way. I'm doing it my way, and then just off they go. And that's when that's when he was all derailed. Like these proper professionals have been in the politics game.
Yeah,
since they left school, and Trump's been in it fucking 2 seconds and thinks he knows it all.
Yeah.
Since the man is insane.
Hmm.
And his policy,
Well-
is like whatever he says is the truth. He makes it up, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's insane. Just because he says it.
Yeah.
Mental.
I've actually had a photo, boys, outside Trump Tower in New York.
What's it like? Is it quite
It's fucking plush, mate.
yeah, very plush, yeah.
Well, it's gonna be, innit? It's
Features
fucking
in a lot of
it's
films
Trump
and stuff.
Tower.
Home Alone, innit? That's what
Yeah, loads of money, man.
Down the hall and on the left.
Yeah, incredible 3 days. I mean, like I said, my pattern is I'm still catching up from it because it was literally about three days, wasn't it, Shane? It was just like 3-4 days of just binge watching it, like, you know, and you're not really watching a lot, but because you've committed to it, that's how I felt. You've committed to it. So if you stop watching it all of a sudden, something's going to happen. And all the time you've been watching it, what was the fucking point? You know what I mean? It's like, no, I've missed it now. Like, you know, so.
Well, he went on the golf course, didn't he? On the day they kind of found out that Biden took what
Sunday,
was
was it?
70.
Yeah.
And all the way through it, I was like, his golf swing is terrible, isn't it? Have you seen him?
No, I'm gonna have to check.
I wouldn't know what a good golf swing looks like, to be honest.
He's just so like overweight and so heavy. When he swings, he's just like, ooh.
Like Homer
Is
Simpson.
it really?
Oh, even his golf game is not presidential. He says everything about him is not
Not presidential.
It's not. He's just a clown.
No elegance, like.
He's a clown.
Yeah.
The thing is with that, Natalie, about tea, America can't serve good tea. It's all about the coffee.
Yeah. If you ask for tea in America, they don't. You have to ask for a specific, like, is it breakfast tea or something? English tea. Otherwise, they give you so like random herbal stuff, don't they?
Oh, there'll be fun times ahead.
You've got to ask for breakfast tea or English tea, and then you get like what you consider a normal cup of tea, you know.
Hey boys, we've nearly been on 2 hours. We haven't done a crow competition yet.
Oh, let's move on. Let's move on. Like I said, it's still ongoing. We didn't sleep much, but we do have an elect president. So keep posted. Check out the Crow Radio. Now let's do some of this. Yeah, big budget.
Narrowly missing copyright infringements all the way, like
cutting corners, Dave. Cutting
corners, boys.
Cutting corners.
So we're going to do a crow wheel competition, and this week's prize. Oh, do you want to do that first, Ron? Or
yes, I can. Yes, I can. As you talking, or would you like?
Okay. This is as you probably all know, the Crow family on Facebook. Emma Ashcroft put something up. Look, that's what she drew. Very, very talented. Fair play. And she's offered to give that away to one of the members in the Crow family. So that is the prize this week. Thank you so much, Emma.
Yeah, thank you.
That's very cool.
Thank you, Emma.
Very cool. So here we go.
I think I just seen Dave's name again about 4 times with it.
Yeah. If you squint.
Really?
Yeah. If you squint, you'll see my name about 50 times. Who's it on?
Sarah Lewis.
Sarah Lewis.
Congratulations,
Sarah.
Well done.
Send your address, pass that on to Emma, and Emma will get it out to you in the post. Thank you so much, Emma. Such a lovely thing to do and super talented.
Very, very. Should
That's
we have some
awesome,
of this? Should we have some of this? Big budget.
What was the bit with Dave on the left? What was in his mouth?
Cigar, man, because I'm Winston Churchill, ain't I?
That photo with the guitar, that's class.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Crow family. I asked, you
Yeah,
delivered. I kept an eye out for them, and they. So yeah, hopefully a few of yours cut the video. So Shiner boy, how have you found the week of Boris politics? Much going on? Any views?
No, it was actually quite a quiet week until, was it yesterday they announced the vaccine, and they've all kicked into action, haven't they, over the last 24 hours. It's like, oh yeah, taking credit for something you didn't do again. Well done.
Yeah.
You know. And then I thought, so they've ordered 40 million of them. And then one of the scientists guys was saying that basically they only can vaccinate 20 million people because everyone's got to have a double dose. So I looked earlier, the population of the UK is 220 million. So some of us ain't having it.
Fuck, you know. I like you've done the maths, though. I like you've done the maths.
Yeah, well, you know, you're like that photo when I popped up to the House of Commons. Good day that was. Have a look at my facial expression. It kind of says it all, doesn't it?
There's a few different. Obviously, well, there's loads of vaccines being. I don't know the word is brewed up or whatever.
Yeah.
There's the one that needs to be stored at like minus 80 degrees C, which is difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, that's yesterday's one.
Yeah, but there's another one that can be stored at fridge temperature, like which is 2 to 5 degrees. So
is that the Oxford one they keep talking about?
It might be, yeah. So you know, it's all about getting it out to people as well. And if GPs haven't got it somewhere they can store it, like, you know what I mean?
Because doesn't it go off or something once it's come out of like the minus 80 degrees or something?
Yeah,
I seen something yesterday. So there's
they're going to shoot that in your arm. They're going to shoot that in your arm. It's like freezing cold.
Just get Boris to build us some fridges, man. If you're right. Yeah. Or send us all to the North Pole.
And that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just Googled it as well.
There we go. So Shiner's ruling this week as hashtag Shine Minister is build more fridges.
Yeah.
That's our policy for the week.
Stay safe and build more fridges. We'll see more of this next week.
That's fucking brilliant, man. No one on the fucking bench, man. Oh.
Should we give something else away?
Yeah.
That's it. Now I've blown the budget, see.
We could tell we got too much time on our hands. Tell me the lyric. Give me the lyric. What's the next lyric? It's lyric time. Tell me the lyric. Give me the lyric. What's the next lyric? It's lyric time. What's the next line? What's the next line? What's the next line? This week, the lyric is as follows. Mind is torn, yeah. Mind is torn, yeah.
I nearly said the next thing, and
what's the line that follows? Go.
While we're waiting for the answer.
You'll know the old world is a great world after all. Smile, smile, yeah,
smile. Fucking hell.
That's the gift that keeps on giving. That
it is, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
You done? Right.
What's my Dave?
So what I'm going to give people a bit of background to what I do.
Dave, hang on a minute. Hang on.
Go on.
Hang on. No, carry on.
Right. So
and action.
A little bit. So yeah, I got a little bit of background here. So what happens is I just chuck a load of them on I write them down. I got a load of them, and I just pick one, whichever takes my fancy at the time. So let's have a little look. 1, 2, 3, and So in every episode of Seinfeld, there is a Superman somewhere.
Ooh. Seinfeld.
Anyone into Seinfeld? Yeah, Seinfeld.
I never heard of it.
What? Seinfeld? Jerry Seinfeld. Famous comedian, you fucking lunatic.
No, I'm new.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Is that the one who had Green Day in the last ever episode? You know, playing the outro.
Yeah, he might have done. I mean, it's really, really, really famous 90s sitcom, Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lloyd excluded because he's never heard of Seinfeld.
Well, I have now.
Yeah,
neither have I. I've heard of it, but I don't know. I don't know what.
Well, this is a crap fact, then, isn't it? I thought it was like fucking Seinfeld. It was like a mad. Everyone knew.
The thing is, Dave, we're not all as fucked as you.
Should I pick something up then?
There's people responding, Dave.
There we are.
Not,
Right,
just
right.
committed to us. It says truth. Jack Skinner says truth.
Every episode, there's a Superman.
There we are. Clay Kidd says bollocks.
Well, she would.
Lloyd showing how young he is.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, just for us 5 years, while people are commenting, I got a little bit of a fact, and I want us all to try it out.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, come on then.
It's impossible to lick your elbow.
Oh,
Go.
Right.
I'm gonna fucking break my arm off now. Fuck, that hurts.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to agree with him.
it's impossible.
To lick your elbow.
It's impossible for me to do it.
Fucking done it. Shit.
Did you? I didn't see that. I have to do it again. That's
No,
not your elbow.
That's not your elbow.
No, that's
my
a crook
elbow.
of his arm.
Right here.
That's not.
That's not your elbow.
Fucking elbow.
Fucking hell.
Oh, fucking hell, boys.
What I think you probably have to do is saw your arm off and do it that way.
I mean, up to the van.
Yeah, either that or like dislocate your shoulder so you got like a floppy arm. And just,
Correct, Shane. There we go. Shane's facts are coming through.
There we go.
Love it. Dave's furious because he's like, fuck you, Greeno.
No, you crack on, Shane. So less homework for me in a week.
Oh, there's. Oh, there we are, Dave. There's one for you. Read it out, son.
Hashtag rumor. Superman is one of the major recurring themes of Seinfeld. Rumor has it that the Man of Steel is mentioned in every one of his episodes.
Oh, well done, Deb.
Yeah, apparently so.
Oh, well done, Dave.
I wonder why and where that came from, and there's probably a lot of in jokes and little things that directors and story writers put in things that you don't realize, in your favorite programs.
It's not a bad fact, Dave, but it's not as good as the cow one.
Yeah.
Do you want another one?
Yeah.
In Tokyo, you could buy a toupee for your dog.
You got one.
That's better. That's the more facts we want to hear.
Me and Indy. Go to Tokyo. Come on, Indy, let's go.
That's literally just saved the segment. I love it. I'm even giving you the full screen so you can actually cue you back up. Over to Dave.
Indy, we're going to Tokyo.
Why is that, Dave?
Because we can get you a motherfucking toupee, motherfucker.
So in Tokyo, you can buy your dog a toupee.
I'd love to do that on Indy. It looks so fucking cool. Give her a little Donald Trump, like.
Come on, Indy. We're going to fucking Tokyo, motherfucker.
And we've got an orange dog. You get a blonde wig for it.
Oh, bloody hell, man. That's so brilliant. That's you can't
What's he fucking doing?
That's the old get your fringe out your eyes.
Oh, fucking hell, Dave. That was incredible. That was incredible.
Cheers, you're welcome. Anyway, moving on. Before I embarrass myself any further.
No, that was a brilliant way to end it. Good fact. In Tokyo, you can buy your dog a toupee. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
Have we got a winner, Shane?
Oh, yes. I believe
Everyone's
so.
a winner after that fact.
Forgot all about that after that incredible fact. So the lyric was, "Mind is torn, yeah, starts to crumble." That's the line that follows. And the first one, I believe, to answer correctly, was Sue Lucas.
Oh, well done, Sue.
Well done, Sue.
Congratulations, Sue. Let us know what you want off our web store, and send us your address, and we'll get that out to you. Congratulations.
Well done.
Good on you.
Well done. Well, before I spend the last round of money on the next segment in the budget, there's a bit of a story with this. So during the week, Shiner sends us a message saying that he had a delivery of several boxes, which Dave loves a surprise, don't you, Dave? You love a surprise.
Yeah.
Dave wanted to know what was in the box, and we wouldn't let Dave know. So Shane came up with the idea of knowing what's in the box live on the CrowCast.
Just to wind me up.
So Dave has been waiting since, was this Thursday, Dave?
Saturday.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a tense few days. Like
Saturday. There's not a message in our group that hasn't ended with some sort of emoji or picture of a box. Dave has been sweating.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in the box. Dave doesn't know what's in the box.
No.
Mystery box, mystery box. What's inside the mystery box? Mystery box, mystery box. What's inside the mystery box?
That's my favorite fucking segment, that is. We need to have that every week. How can we have that every week?
We can. I know what it is. I went through myself.
Oh, you know what it is?
No.
Fuck.
I obviously seen that video when I was sorting it out, and I'm still wetting myself.
Have you got a box with you, Shiner?
So, well, the first mystery box I got
so Shiner
is Ron's.
Ooh, it's mine. It's mine.
Just open the fucking box, for fuck's sake.
It's stalling.
Well, this ain't going to be easy, boys.
Whoa, what's in the box?
It should be a competition to people, shouldn't it? What's in the box?
How far CrowCast has come?
It's incredible.
What's in the box?
Did everyone else notice the guys with the boxes on their crotches?
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
I try not to cut myself live on telly. Like.
Oh. Dave is sweating, but I'm watching him. He's just like, fucking hell, Shane. Fucking hell, Shane.
Dave.
The suspense is fucking killing me.
If you'd have dropped it over to me, I would have opened this box by now, Shiner. So this is my box, ladies and gentlemen. It had my name on it with a crow on the front.
What are you opening with? A fucking toothpick or something? What's that?
It's my proper opening the box knife.
That's
okay.
not
Is it in these wigs?
Not a knife.
Kerry Blackmore said it's Indy's wig.
Oh, I fucking hope so.
Right. So the first thing out of the box for Ron is a packet of Haribos.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. Don't tell me there's multiple things in the box. This is amazing.
Yeah. Second one is cheese. Saviors, is it?
Savories.
Saviors.
Cheese saviors.
Oh, I love this.
Jesus Christ. Little cheese Jesuses.
There's
Jesus
more.
Christ has come down as a cheese.
Here we go, Rob.
Cheese saviors.
Saviors.
We follow the cheese. We follow the cheese.
Is that a little statue of Jesus?
Cheese saviors.
Here we go.
Oh my god! Oh, that is incredible.
What?
Oh, that is being drunk on next week's CrowCast. There you go. I'm cracking that little beauty over. Oh,
Open my fucking box.
So that she was wrong. I shall bring that to you tomorrow.
You're a fucking idiot, Dave.
Shiner, make sure
you're in my box.
Is that's right. Shane's next.
Oh, you fucking.
Yes. Look at Dave. He can't fucking handle it. He can't handle it.
And then it's my turn, Dave. Again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That bottle of Merlin will be drunk next week on CrowCast. That's amazing. I got some Jesus Saviors. Oh, no, sorry, the Cheese Saviors.
Breathe.
Oh, this box. This one's
I'm going to do it all next week. I'm going to have some Haribo.
Cheesy Saviors.
Cheesy Saviors, Shane, and a bottle of Merlin, Sam. We're in for a late one next week.
Yeah, 100%.
Next week is a late one. Hey, feel free to send us loads of stuff, people. We'll
the box
we'll,
is coming.
we'll open it up every week on CrowCast.
Exactly.
So this one is Shane's. Oh, the Cheese Saviors again.
Hey, Cheese Saviors.
Yes.
Cheese Saviors.
Get it again. Yes.
Another pack of Haribos.
There's a pattern here. There's a pattern.
Get in there. Get in there.
No, I know this is the thing Shane's most excited about.
Oh, wow. Applejack. Motherfucker.
That.
Thank you
Oh,
so
that's
much.
amazing. Thank you. Wow.
How did that fit in that box? Get out of a fucking box.
Wow.
You got out of a box on you, Shane. Anyway, Shane, quit storing open my box. I'll come in.
You shut up a minute. Let me just say thank you.
No.
Thank you so much. That's unbelievable. I'm quite blown away by that.
Me
That's
too.
That's lovely.
No, that is really nice. No, my fucking box.
So, in my box.
For fuck's sake.
Yes.
This is the best segment ever.
I love it.
Cheese Saviors.
Yes. 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 I will follow
Haribos.
you. Ooh, you love an Haribo as well.
4 Peroni.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
And the best thing out of them all.
no.
Cheese Saviors.
PG Tim.
And a big box as well.
Yeah.
Way.
Box
There
cast.
you go, Shine Minister.
Nice.
That's the Shine Minister perks, that is, son.
Yes. I got my T-Bays last meet of the weekend.
This is unbelievable.
This is fucking unbelievable. No, my box.
What's Lloyd got, Shine?
Well, we got light to go, Dave.
Hang on. Let me just last it out. I just got to nip out to the car a minute.
Oh, there you go.
I'm serious, Dave.
Emma
talking
Ashford,
about?
I guess 2 right so far. This is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Someone's going to have a fucking kick in before long.
So Lloyd's just got to get his box. Dave, I'll open you a box ready. Actually, Dave, your box is quite big.
That's what she said.
I knew that was coming.
Yes.
Yeah, Kerry Blackmore said, how lovely of someone to send you a care package. It is, Kerry. Absolutely unreal. Shiner had a knock on his door. There was parcels outside and a lovely lady said, enjoy. Is that correct, Shine?
Yes.
Yes.
She did. She told me she was from the Wyndham. So the lovely lady in the Wyndham, thank you very much.
Yes.
From the
thank
Wyndham, our
you so
deepest
much.
condolences.
Yes. So we're just waiting for Lloyd to confirm what's in his box, and Dave, I shall get on to yours.
Yes.
Have a good old rummage around in my box, Shine. Go on. Get stuck in.
It won't be long, Dave, and we can find out.
Mystery box, mystery box. What's inside the mystery box? Mystery box, mystery box. What's inside the mystery box?
I like I got Brad Pitt. I like I got Brad Pitt on my fucking side there. Me and Brad against the world.
So, in my box, I
Ooh.
have the 4 Peronis. Same as Shiner. Try drunk again.
Get on with it, Lloyd.
Hang on now. This is my moment, not yours, all right? Get back to fucking queue, is it? Is it? Check out Devo.
Oh, nice coffee. Oh, love it.
Nice drop down.
Oh, lovely. Nice cup of coffee there, Dave.
Yeah. Cool. I'll have a
From
cup
my
back tomorrow, Lloyd.
box.
Cheers,
Will you
mate.
fuck? We got some Haribo.
Ooh.
No. They're not yours, Dave. What are you doing, Shane? Building a shed, you?
Opening Dave's box,
Cheese saviors, like.
Cheese saviors!
Oh,
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
love it. Amazing.
Right, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on CrowCast.
Tune in next week to find out what is in Dave's box.
I'm gonna set a time fucking record for getting up to Liverpool Vale.
And that's all. And that's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Haha. Open the fucking box.
Should we let him off the leash, boys?
Oh, come on in. Come on
Open
in.
my box.
So
Open my
first,
box.
David, you have.
It is such a shame.
Yeah.
Hang on, Shane. Hang on. Let me just wait.
Oh.
Oh, it is a shame because when we do reveal all this, that is the end of Mystery Box, unless anybody wants to send us more.
Yeah, send
That
us
is
more
the
boxes.
sin.
We'll do this every week.
This beautiful segment that has cost so much
Basically,
of our budget,
Tension fucking
it'll
kills me.
evaporate. It'll evaporate.
Yeah.
Go on then, Shane.
Go on,
Good
Shane.
you.
Go on in.
So you have some cheese saviors there.
Thank fuck for that. I thought I was going to miss out on those.
Oh, right, hang on, Dave. You've got a little note attached to this one as well.
Right.
Oh,
So you've got Veggie Wendy the Worm,
Oh, awesome, man.
and then the little note says
I can't read that.
Veggie Friendly.
Oh, thank you so much.
man, that's
There's
amazing.
so much thought gone into this. It's lovely.
That's
Yeah, oh.
amazing. That's so cool. Little things like that.
Okay, Dave, you have. It's like unwrapping your Christmas
I
present.
love that. We're gonna have to get a PO box.
Yeah.
Everyone's asking, where can we send the box?
And a music box.
Come on, Christmas is coming up, and the box is in.
You know what'll happen to do? The next segment will be shit in a box.
Oh, a nice
look
wine
at
glass.
that.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so you've got a wine glass as well. Dave.
And I won't have to drink out of a fucking mug.
Oh, look
Then-
at that.
Here we go, Dave. This is the last thing out of your box.
Okay. Oh, now we're fucking talking.
Man.
Oh, lovely. Nice Malbec. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I can't wait.
Red wine.
A
Yes.
red wine, sir?
Thank you so much. That's absolutely fucking amazing.
In all fairness,
Oh,
thank you so much. I mean,
that was a lot
Cheers.
of a lot of
Are we-
built up tension. That was.
Are we going to name the person, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better add. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So we have reason to believe that it came from the lovely Heather McLaughlin.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you,
that
man.
is true.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Heather.
you so much, Heather.
I hope I got that right. But thank you so much.
Yes. My box is nice and empty.
I love it.
Are you doing that?
I'm packing them back up now.
What for next Thursday?
Lisa's just.
We'll use that.
Lisa's
For Dave
just
to
texted
reopen
me,
tomorrow.
you're sharing that wine. You're sharing that wine with me. I'm like, yeah. No, I fucking ate.
Well, I can.
Get your hands out my box.
I can definitely say, Heather, next week. I don't know if the boys are going to join me, but I will definitely crack open the Merlin.
Yeah.
I will definitely become saved by the cheese. I will be a follower, and I will have a few Haribo during next week's CrowCast. Are we up for that, boys? We'll all have
man.
we'll have a dabble in the box, and
Absolutely.
A cheese savior.
Yeah, we'll have a cheese savior and some tea.
yes. And if you love this feature and you do want to send us care packages,
Please do.
so that we can keep them away from Dave.
I can't go through that every week, boys.
Hey, cheesy dip.
Yeah, me too. Think it's something going around.
Oh, that's brilliant. But yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Heather.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Awesome. Awesome. On that note, any other business, boys? Anything?
Yeah, apart from Dave now knows what's in his box.
I do. You can't wind me up about it anymore.
Yeah. We're gonna have to think of something else to wind you up with now.
It'll be fucking hard, will it?
For those still querying about the Christmas merch, we still haven't had them back yet. So, but when we do, we will let you know when they're going to be delivered. But we haven't had, we haven't had any sort of delivery dates yet, as such. But we
shouldn't be long.
Massive thanks yet again to Bob Richards for joining us tonight. Such a character. I'm sure we'll have him on again because there was definitely a lot unsaid. Please go and check out Buck and Evans. Yet again, go and check out Crow Radio. As Dave informed you earlier, there's some real bangers in there, some relevant to everything that's going on in a week. And also head over to our YouTube or share this video. Just keep spreading the word, guys, and keep safe, keep positive. And hopefully we'll be back next week to yet again entertain you for a couple of hours during this weird world. But on that note,
ladies and gentlemen, one-liner, shiner.
Well, first of all, I better make my first Prime Minister apology. I got the population of the UK wrong by a lot.
I wouldn't class that as wrong, mate.
I class that as very fucking wrong.
Well, hey, but we all make mistakes.
According to your calculations, the UK is 4 times the size than it is.
Well, it's all right.
It will be in a few years, so
it will be. You're right.
Projecting.
My second in command. You got my back, boy.
Yeah. Of course I have.
All right.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Oh, it's gonna be a brilliant. It's gonna be a brilliant country to live in. That.
Oh Jesus.
All right then.
At least have some Malbec to drink when it's happening.
Well, yeah.
Some cheesy saviors.
Yes, it'll be good. Right, nice simple one line before we all go to bed. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path.
Yes.
That is
like my comment earlier.
True. That is true.
Yeah, man.
That is not bollocks. That is true.
You're like a cheese savior there, son. That was amazing.
Yeah. I've got to save ourselves, haven't we?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We will see you next week. Take care. Stay safe.
All hail the cheese.